in the place where everybody knows your name. Laughter fills the air like a sweet refrain. Sit and share a story, but I drink or two. In this cozy bar, where dreams come true, where smiles and friends remain, and good times ease the pain. Here we go again.
Hello, hello, can you see me, can you hear me, can you let me know? That'd be just swell. Are we working? Is everything working? Is anything working? Weirdness. The hat, the famous hat. You can hear and see, good stuff. Yes, very, very strange thing just happened then. I've not changed any settings since the last time I streamed, and then all of a sudden it was saying no can do. There is an issue. Weird. Weird. Who have we got? Who have we got? Christine, Charlie Bravo 04, Charlie Bravo 04. Shane, how you doing, bud? Mandy. What is happening with you? What's happening with you? Is that everyone? Luna Ballatini, you were trying to be fashionably late and you were early. So I've countered your fashionably lateness by being late myself. Blame OBS or something, whatever happened. It says there's an update for OBS and I haven't got it. And it says there's no update. But OBS says there's an update. Oh, I don't know. It's all confusing. But on the plus side, fucking that's red hot, isn't it? Just open that window a little bit. It's too hot. It's too windy as well. Very, very windy. Very windy. Technology is always an adventure. Absolutely, Sam, it is. I don't get it. There was a video out on YouTube saying that OBS version, whatever, it's got this and this added to it. Oh, brilliant, I'll check for the update. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Which might fix one or two of the issues that I've had over the last couple of years at least, but don't know what's happened tonight. Casper, definitely too hot. Definitely too hot. It's just, the heating's on in here, it's ridiculous. OBS, Christine, is the what do you want to call it? A broadcasting software that I use. Don't even know what it's called. OBS, something broadcasting, open source broadcasting software, I think it is. That's every time I press a button, I'm pressing a button within OBS, which triggers something to happen on screen. I couldn't do any of this without OBS. You can go live from your phone, you can go live from your laptop on just through the YouTube web, whatever. You can go through StreamYard, Restream. None of it would work with this particular stream. I have to use OBS on account of the fact that I've allowed this stream to become so complicated that it would take a Philadelphia lawyer and someone from NASA to be able to sort it out. 3.2 degrees in the blessed Celsius. What have we got 6 at the moment here, so it's not exactly warm outside. I went for 2 walks. One yesterday, which is a fairly long walk, and then one today, which is a lot shorter. And it was lovely, but a little bit chilly. I doubled up today. I was wearing a hoodie and the smock over the top of it. Yesterday was just the hoodie. Well, not just the hoodie, I was wearing other stuff as well, obviously. Standard evening in March it is. Sam, something to look at when you're in the right headspace. It looks far more complicated than it actually is. But it is quite complicated, but it's not. It's a learning curve, and once it's been done, you're in there, it's sound. You'll wonder to yourself how you ever managed to do without it. Change name for Casper. Slung it down all afternoon. Do you know what? We had some rain earlier on today, and then it was sunny and chilly-ish for most of the rest of the day. And I bet, well, apparently it's going to rain later on, but it's also very, very windy. Which isn't good, is it? Hasn't gone below 0 the last 4 days. That's even better. Good stuff, man. You can tell spring is in the air. Definitely 100%. Feels different. The walk that I do, the normal little Bart's Head walk, every couple of days or every week or so, there's a bit more there. There's a bit more. The grass is greener. There's a few more daffodils. There's now foxgloves, I think they are, aren't they? Those purple flowers. There's loads more little flowers appearing. It's brilliant. I like it. I like it. You've got a projected high of 85 Fahrenheit, 29 degrees Celsius. That's hot. Dropping Monday overnight to just below freezing. That's ridiculous. Almost 30 C to 0. If you lived at the coast, it will be 2 degrees warmer at night. It is. West, it's warmer. And on the coast, it's always warmer. 29C won't be there until July. If you're lucky, it'll be July. Yeah, the flowers, they haven't got a clue, have they? I feel sorry for the flowers. Because they're convinced this is our time to shine. And then as soon as they come out and look how fabulous we are, freezing, 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 freezing. Can't see you've noticed the weather, Mandy. Spent the last 2 afternoons and evenings helping Great Niece to a textiles project. Oh, very nice. It's been lovely and shit at the same time. The weather, not the textiles project, obviously. But it genuinely feels like we've turned. It's not winter anymore. It's still a little bit cool. We're having the occasional morning when you wake up and it is taters. But it's much better. For like hours and hours during the day now, it's 13, 14 degrees Celsius, which is lovely. You can go out and the sun's on your face and it actually feels nice. Grabbed a few early fruiting tomato plants. You'll have to bring them inside just in case. Make sure you do. Definitely. Yeah, and what kind of textiles project are we doing here, Mandy? Go on. What's the lowdown? What's the skinny, as the kids call it these days? Are you project manager? The foreman. Making a handbag from scratch. Oh, lovely stuff. Knitted. Leather. It's good that though, isn't it? I like that. Do you ever get rude tomatoes growing? It's happened there 2 years on the trot. Rude tomatoes. Are we talking shape-wise? The March temperature record is plus 22.2 and minus 27. That is quite a sweep, isn't it? As the phrase goes, though, I mean, it's probably more to do with the UK than anywhere else, but March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. Pretty much, you can say that about most Northern European countries, wouldn't you? Material, skull-shaped with a zip. Say what? Ali Ali oh! Wagwan and ting fam. Yeah, it is. If it wasn't for textiles, you will be going find a cow. We'll wait till dark. We will produce our own leather. Your March record low is like Scotland's all-time record low. Scotland has some of the weirdest weather on the planet, by the way. Middle of summer it can be -8, mad stuff like that. There's a place, and I can't think what the name of it is now. There's a town in Scotland which is within a dip. So it's quite low, and also it's covered on either side by mountains. So during the winter especially, there's no sunshine gets on it at all, at any point. So it's constantly bloody freezing. Joey, how you doing, mate? 21 Celsius right now, and on Paddy's Day it's going to be 27. 27 -2 Celsius with snow. The alcohol should keep you warm on Paddy's Day. Oh, Ali, oh, there you go. Piggly Ding has been reset. So, you know, I had great luck with tomatoes the last few years growing from seed. All kinds of issues, but summer's just too hot. Alright, so you try and be early. And look what happened. Look what's happened. The weather is mental with the rain and the wind. What, is there a storm? Is there an actual storm going on at the moment? That's what normally happens, isn't it? We get the arse end of a storm and then it just produces bedlam. Feckin' water. Feckin' water. Well done on the fun run. Anyone who does a fun run is fair play by me. I'd love to do one. Is there a fun limp? Can you do a fun limp? See, the storm chasers are out. They are nuts, storm chasers. Genuinely nuts. Spring cleaning, yeah. Got to get the spring cleaning done before snow. Sounds mad, that, doesn't it? Spring cleaning before the snow. Yeah, I know, water. Never goes down well in this gaff. Despite the fact that we have quite a few non-drinkers amongst us. Cray. The real rainbow variety, or the altered pics that people spread online. There's too much of that going on. Far too much of it. Loads of rage baiting as well. I got annoyed scrolling through Instagram earlier. Very annoyed. You saw a bunch of dogs who smelled like dogs at the bar. Ah, dog's a boss. You tried a tie-dye variety, didn't produce many in our conditions. Is that a bit like the tulips over in the Netherlands with all that weird pattern in it? They're out in Wisconsin and Michigan now. The weather is headed towards Ohio. It won't be as bad, but you're still going to get it. Pain in the arse, that, isn't it, man? Real, for real, man. Yeah, if you're in a pub, you definitely smell worse things than dogs. Oh, you sent a picture of the tomato. Ah. Right. Obviously, there's a reason why this tomato got banned off other places. Filth. Absolute filth. Look at that. It also looks a bit like Ringo, you know what I mean? Utter filth. Last year when UK and Denmark had the most sunny year, the UK hit 1650, you had 1960. Imagine the USA, Southwest, they have 3,000 plus hours, absolutely. Set a world record for most people in a kilt doing a run. Were you taking over from last orders at a Scottish wedding by any chance? You've only done one fun run. Did the run the whale thing? Are we talking back in the 80s? Is that how long ago it was? Jeez, man. You walk it, you don't run. Ah, right. So it's more of a fun run DMC and you walk this way. Follow the arrows, Smith. Possibly you as the leprechaun 3D print tonight. Oh, lovely stuff, Ali. Make sure you send it through to us. Or post it or something. You've not grown Big Rainbow heirloom variety. Big Rainbow sounds boss, doesn't it? It's a tomato, and also tomato. Filt. You'll never look at Ringo in the same light again, Louise. That's what he looks like, isn't it? It's almost pulled into the station, you know what I mean? There's Joey's channel, click on that, follow, subscribe, do the likey things, thumbs up and all that biz. Sam's too. And Shane's, lovely stuff, man. Talk to your uncle today, he bought a 10-year-old Swedish Volvo. That's brand new, 10-year-old, isn't it? 10 years is nothing. Like 300,000 kilometres, delivery miles as they call it in Sweden. 8,000 Danish kroner, and looked up what it was in Danish krone here in Denmark. 70k. Say what? I suppose if it's in Sweden, there'll be loads more of them. Can't go wrong with a Volvo though. Still hot. There's loads of those old Volvos that you're going to get, well, 300,000 miles, never mind kilometres. Over 500,000 kilometres easy if you look after them. The import tax in Denmark is 300%. Did he have to be registered in Denmark, or could you just buy one and drive it home and not say anything? Or would they find out? Seems weird, doesn't it? Given that you can drive all over Europe. Very odd. Very odd indeed. Very odd. They'll do a Liam Neeson, will he? I will find you and I will tax you. It is ridiculous. Thing is, of course, obviously, if big corporations and billionaires paid the tax, there wouldn't be any of this problem at all, is there? We'd all be minted, it'd be great. How am I, Ali Ali, how am I? I am aching all over. I'm aching in places I didn't even realise I had places. Tired, sore, annoyed, low on energy especially. Paid £500 for your first car and it was from 1990. I paid, I think, 90 quid for mine, £90. And I wish I'd have kept it. Obviously I couldn't. A 1978 Ford Capri. I'd love that car now. And I thought it was old. I bought it in 1991. Sorry, no, 1992. And it was a 1978 car. And I thought it was old. Wasn't. That thing out there is older than it. Right now it's a mess at American airports. The security gate agents aren't getting paid. Because the DHS shut down. So lines are 3 or 4 hours, even for domestic. That is mad. Florida for spring break, I can imagine that's going to be absolute bedlam, isn't it? Yeah, those that need most to pay, yeah, the ones who should be paying the most, always avoid it. It's horrific. I need a good going over with an oily rag. Pardon, Christine, pardon. First car was a 1991 Ford Aerostar. Ran that thing into the ground. You can't go wrong with a Ford, can you? cheap to run. You can always get parts for them. In fact, you could probably make a Ford run the way they do over in Cuba. Just make it run with washing machine parts, a wrench and bungee cord or something. No more feckin' water. Rock shandy, go on. That's a step up at least, isn't it? Bit of rock shandy. Oh, we can throw something in that. Ooh. Here comes the rain again. You hear that? Yeah, at least no, there'll be no European vacationers in the US. We have been scared away, so at least it'll calm that down slightly. Better be alcoholic. Yeah, we can put something in for you. Ali's got tea. Tea. Is everything working here? I'm not convinced everything's working. Bizarre. Need or want, that's the question, isn't it? Probably needing. It would oil me up. Oh, a thigh. Gin for the tall lady. Absolutely. That'd work alright, wouldn't it? A gin and rock shandy. I reckon that'd work quite well. Ale pumps aren't working. Ale pumps. Do you know what though? Nah, we'll give you a bevy in the first. Go on, here we go. Do you want to play it with that, love? That's an actual picture of our Louise, that. You know, the last book, the last ever book, the last one. Fair play to you, fair play to you. Definitely. I can't remember the last book I read. Listened to so many audiobooks though. Just finished one. A 14-hour audiobook of physics lectures. Who says I'm not punk anymore, man? Fascinating. Hard work, but fascinating. Because I can have them on quiet in the background while I'm waiting for phone calls to come through. If I've got no calls coming through, if I'm not on the phones, I can have the tunes blaring. We can have a party, you know what I mean? Have you enjoyed them, Mandy, have you? Yeah, the shower is fixed. Ali, it's fantastic as well. So much better than the last one. It's more relaxed. It's a nice place, nicer place to be. Much better. Stranglers? No, I'm wearing boxer shorts. That always gets me very cold, isn't it? Physics is cool. It is, absolutely. It was hard work at times, though. Better than reading nothing or listening to them. Just about. Yeah, I enjoy listening to stuff like that as well. Even if I can't take in everything that's going on, because I'm a little bit busy working as well, obviously. It's still nice to have that voice in the background. And obviously I can't just go and sit in the front room with people there because, you know, there's a lot of stuff that I do that I can't show people. Can you hear that? That's heavy. Look at that, man. I don't think that's just rain. I think there's a hint of sort of soft hailstone for that. Yeah, physics, man. Physics. I love physics. There's one streamer that does physics lectures. Alright, most of it to goon or harass. Why not make the watch hours off them? Absolutely. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Dinero, man. Yeah, that earlier, it's horrible, isn't it? Gotta tease me. I know. Luna Ballatini, you got your physics O level. It was hard work, the physics O levels, wasn't it? I think. Mine were the second year that did GCSEs, so it was a little bit up in the air, to be honest with you. I think the people the year before us that took the very first set of GCSEs were all confused by it. Didn't work well for them. Especially even with us, actually. We did what did he call it? Computer science it was back then. And of course we did the northern syllabus is what we got taught, and then the exam came out and it was the southern syllabus, so it was completely different. Very, very confusing. Someone got a proper bollocking for that. The first proper BPTV post is completed and uploaded, and it's just there, quietly sitting in the background, waiting for a bit of a pre to go. You got it as well. Lovely stuff, Christine. Lovely stuff. Anyone else? What other? I can't even speak. What other exams did you just get? Fair play, ladies. Absolutely. It's formulas and logic, and you like formulas and logic. Did you also do maths? Big up to BPTV Massive in it. My cousin did pure mathematics at Oxford or Cambridge. Where did he come from in our family? How? We're not daft by any stretch of the imagination, but that's next level, know what I mean? Got your maths as well, good stuff, man. I did. I got a C in that, I think, in GCSE. Same for physics. I was much more of a language person though. Way better at languages. Biology too. You learn your biology behind bike sheds. I think post it on Friday, a week before the launch date. Is that when that is? Is that when that is? It is, isn't it? Oh, I'm losing track of time and days. O levels were harder than GCSEs. Apparently, that's what people were saying to us. So we were quite lucky that way. You're struggling to think of anything to contribute that you don't already put up on your own channel? Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all, Sam. Not a problem. Luna Bellatini, do you have this heavy rain? You should do. You're only up road. Just over there. About an hour in that direction. Can't be that far away, can it? If we're getting the rain, you should be getting it. We'll be with you in about 5 minutes. Mark my words. Sam, what's your favourite perfume? What scents are we into? I'm looking forward to this summer, actually. Now you're talking about perfume. The road down there where the hospital is, where they had all the wildflowers, I am hoping that they grow them again this year, or just let them grow, whichever way around that was. Because that was lovely, that smelled amazing. No multiple choice or continual assessment with O levels. To be fair, our GCSEs, there wasn't much continual assessment either. There was a little bit. There was some coursework stuff, but I think that got more and more as the years went by. we pretty much had a couple of bits and pieces that we could put in as coursework, but then it was down to the exam on the day, which was, yeah, that wasn't good for me, even though I quite liked it. The mocks when I was 14 was really difficult, because that was the year that I also grew. I grew 6 inches in 6 months. When your body is growing that much and you're doing your exams, just constantly falling asleep. I was sleepwalking and all kinds of stuff. Pics will do, yeah, stills from your videos, anything like that. Scent of summer. We do like a scent of summer. Can't remember the last time you wore a scent, other than whatever a lotion or deodorant is scented. Makes you sneeze, not good, is it? Oh, you passed your French, including the oral. Oh, sorry. Filth. You filthy beggar, you filthy beggar. You passed yours too. I didn't do French. I did it when I was, how old? 12. 12 and 13. As soon as we got to doing our, you had to pick your GCSEs, whichever ones you wanted to do for the next 2 years, and I picked Spanish instead of French. Options worked out well for me. So absolutely battered me Spanish and me English and the English literature. All the languagey stuff, man. Yeah, add a link to your channel, brief description of what your channel does. Try and promote as much as possible. Cross promotion. Lovely stuff. Yeah, well done you too. On your terrific oral skills. Sister from another mister. Ah. Hola. Hola, Carlos Bravos. 4. 0 y 4. Or just 4. Yeah, I quite like me Spanish. I'd never done it before. Not the same as like doing German when I used to live less than a mile away from the German border. You know, I was prepared for doing German GCSE. I could speak quite a bit of that. Spanish, no, not a single bit beforehand. Same as for anybody else who wants to promote their channel, including myself, of course. It's not going to be shameless self-promotion, because that's what the whole point of it is. It's for the community. By doing that, we need to grow the community. Get everyone monetised. Get everyone smashing it. Okay. Que pasa, dude? Managed to do a bit of Spanish over in Cuba. So I couldn't have been that bad at it. Having a conversation with a load of Cuban dudes who I think were quite, I don't know, bemused by the fact that I could speak a bit. And also the fact that I was deathly white in the middle of bloody Cuba. Even white people in Cuba are not white, you know what I mean? I looked like a ghost. And also I was huge back then, tall wise. Still a bit like that, but you know. There's 8 of you. Where? In the chat tonight, you mean? Los ochos gringos magnificos. No, magnificos. I can't speak fucking English, never mind Spanish at the moment. Or Dutch. I haven't done my Dutch yet. I'll have to do that later as well. Can't miss out on that. I should have done that today, really. Sí, claro. You never learned Spanish but went straight there from Italy and understood more than you thought you would. It's the romantic languages, isn't it? The Latin languages. If you can speak Spanish, you've got a good way of, or a good in with Italian, Portuguese, and the same the other way around as well. Do you speak fluent Italian? Lula Bellatini? Did you live in Italy? Do I know any of this? Why am I suddenly putting a light in your eyes? She is a woman of very many talents, and willowy with it is our Louise. Can't even call you Louisita, because that means little Louise, and you're like very, very tall Louise. Very tall, very, very tall. Willowy with it though. Very, 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 very willowy, very willowy. Languages are fantastic as well, by the way. If you come from this particular country or set of countries, if you bother your arse to learn a different language and at least try it while you're abroad, people seem to love it. They absolutely love it. You went to work there after college, stay for 3 months, then went to Spain to meet family on holiday. Ah, right. So it wasn't like you were living in Italy for donkey's years and then went to live in Spain. It was work, holiday. Where's our Steve? Could be anywhere. Could be anywhere, our Steve. Or probably preparing for yet another week of actual work, unlike myself. Being a bone-eyed, lazy bastard that I am. I'm looking forward to that this year as well, being bone-idle and lazy. Hopefully, I'll try and sort out a bit more of the Dennis Bird cam stuff as well. Couldn't get round to it last year. I think I might have fixed that particular problem. I'll get another feeder for outside here, but this time instead of being the plastic one, which is rubbish, I'll get a metallic-y one, which is a bit more weighty, and then we can stick a camera on it from inside the car or something. Tom, can you hear us? He'll be around and about somewhere as well. Renaissance man, he'll be doing the ironing or something, won't he, our Tom? We like a bit of bird watching. Some lovely ones out earlier on. Couple of big magpies, some big fat pigeons, and then the tiniest little birds I've ever seen in my life. Don't know if they're swifts, swallows or what, but they looked absolutely miniature. They looked more like, I don't know, like big bugs rather than birds, but they obviously were birds. Really noisy as well. I saw one last week when I was on a walk, sort of a blue hour dusk walk, and I seemed to get about that far away from it. Don't think it noticed me. It was looking upwards, and it was just tiniest little thing, but the noise out of it could be wrens. Or are you telling us that you were in the wrens during the war? What? How'd you manage that? Goldcrests? No idea. Couldn't get close enough. I did see last week on the walk that I did, the longer walk that I did, when I did a slightly different route on the other side of the bank of Fine Janesbrook. What I thought was a pheasant, I'm not sure it was a pheasant. Don't know if it was a pheasant or a moorhen, because they look quite similar, don't they? But I got a better look at it. It lives underneath the trees on the bank, so I'm thinking maybe it's a moorhen rather than a pheasant. But it looked boss. I haven't had the greckles round this week. Have you been using antibiotics? Is that what that means? They were so noisy when they would show up. I'd never heard of them, and now we've got loads of them, haven't we? Loads of them. Surprised I didn't mail in it. It wasn't making a noise, but also I had me thingo in my hand. I had my Osmo Pocket 3 in my hand. So to be able to use my other phone, use my phone, I had to get the Osmo Pocket 3, stick it in that hand and try and stop it from moving. Get my phone out and then try and one-handed zoom in to see what it was like. So I managed to just about zoom in enough where I thought it looked a bit like, could be a moorhen. If I wasn't using a camera at the time, I might have been alright. The mailing app's fantastic, isn't it? Blew my mind that the very first time I used it. I sat outside in the back garden, thinking maybe 4 or 5 different types of birds. That'll be it. 4 or 5. That'll be it. 14 different species of birds just within our one little garden, and it's only small out there. I need to get out there more often, I think, this year. Out in the sunshine. A tingy me bab, a grackle. Oh, at least half the time, whatever it was, will stop singing by the time you've turned it on. Isn't that an absolute ball ache? It does that all the time. I mean, proper, just giving it loads constantly. You press that and it goes quiet. Must know. Must see you doing it. I reckon they whisper to each other. Shh, shh, shh. Seen him? He's using Merlin. Shh, shh. Say nothing. Jackdaw. I've seen a few of them. Jackdaws were lovely. Piggly ding. Next. You tried the Merlin app on Saturday. You got 2 Hercules. Are they actual birds, or are you talking about the big, massive planes? Yeah. Auto Erect isn't doing well there, is it? But it is good. At least gives you a bit of an idea, doesn't it? The one thing that annoys me about Merlin, well, it's not really Merlin that's the problem. It's more where I live. The amount of times the bird of the day, which gives you like a congratulations, you caught the bird of the day. The amount of times that's a herringull or some kind of seagull, and I live at the coast, and you can hear them constantly. I've gone down the front, I've whipped me thing out, and of course it can't hear any gulls at all. Cars going past constantly, or a Canada goose will go past. Oh look, we found a goose. 6 billion seagulls fly overhead, not a peep out of them. Pisses me off. C-130s are right, the big buggers. There was one of those sods went past here the other week, wasn't there? One of those massive things. Casper sent a pic. Now that is looking proper. I love that. Golden hour at its finest. Proper golden hour, look at that. Bloody beautiful, look at that, bloody beautiful. Should print that off, that'd be a really good piece of art on the wall. Though. Unless you put it next to the window where you can actually just look outside and see that view. At which point it seems a little bit daft, but I like that. And also the fact that you've got a sun star in there as well. Very nice indeed. Good pics, man. You need to take more pics. Shite hawks. You love them. Birds do not always cooperate. Yeah, as 1970s UK sitcoms would tell me. Take chips, you'll hear them then. The problem with that is the the dogging car park. I repeat, the dogging car park is next door to KFC and Mackey's, so there's chips constantly there. That's why you don't see seagulls at sea anymore catching fish. Just hang around looking for burgers and fries and shite like that. Big fat bastards they are. In fact, last time I was on Ainsdale Beach when I got the Merlin app out, the only thing I found that were on there were blackbirds. Blackbirds at the sea, whereas normally you used to get them inland. Now we don't get them inland. All you get is seagulls, so the blackbirds can't compete. The blackbirds have now gone to the beach instead. Cry, cry. He's gonna cry, see. Tomorrow the day will be 11 hours and 53 minutes in both here and Puerto de la Suz. One of 2 days a year where we have an equal day length. That's mad, that. I am looking forward to these much longer days. I've had enough. I'm normally alright. I quite like the cold. I like the early darkness. Or I used to at least like it, but now it pisses me off. Because obviously I need to be really careful. If I slip on like wet leaves or ice or something, I could end up doing myself a right kerfuffle. They can't speak with their mouths full. You filthy beggar, you. If they try and sing eating chips, all you're going to hear is like that, isn't it? No proper singing. We don't want that. The sub 7 hour days are just taking the piss, they are. But most of my life I've quite liked it. I like the changing of the seasons. I don't like it to be the same all the time. I think it's nice when you get that little bit of the rain coming in where you've got to wear a waterproof coat or something, and you come in soaking wet, and you can take off your wet socks and put on a new pair, throw on a new pair of joggers, just sit in front of the fire with a nice cup of tea. I love that. It's a great feeling. But I'm looking forward to summer this year. Normally I'm not a big fan because it gets too warm. This year, however, we're doing it. We are going to do it. And I'm going to practice as much as I can with the camera to be able to do the correct exposure for some stuff, because I've got a few plans. I have actually got a few plans. Stuff I want to record. I'm watching a couple of videos earlier by very, very talented filmmakers who also do some vlog stuff, and what they record is absolutely stunning. I need to learn how to do something approaching that. And I've got a long-term plan, which at my age is not really a good thing, is it? Which might take a brand new station channel, a brand new account to do, but there is a long-term plan. But I need to learn how to do stuff first. May through August, it's guaranteed lovely. Rest of the year, it's a coin flip. That's one of the beauties, though. Again, I've said this before, haven't I? Vic goes on about loving it where she is in Vegas because it's just pretty much 11 months of the year, blue sky, no clouds, sunshine. That would bore the tits off me. I hate that. I want to see something different. I like snow. I like it being windy and rainy. I like going down the beach when it's horrific. Makes me feel alive. Oh, another Louise pint, another Louise pint. You're popular tonight, Louise. Obviously. Do you want to flirt with that, love? It's an actual picture of our Louise. Actual picture. You don't get a sense of the williness about her on there, though. She's very willy with it. You cheered and scared the cat. I always thought it was curiosity that killed the cat, not a flake with it. Say that after the winter you've had, it would vaporise your nips. I know what you mean, but if it's the same all year round, it bores the life out of me. I quite like it going into different temperatures. I like wearing my shorts and t-shirts during the summer, and I also quite like putting on a coat. I like that slightly cold feeling of being at the match of a night, where it was warm during the day, then all of a sudden you start getting a little bit, ooh, it's cooled off a bit. I like that feeling. You do like some variety. It was nice getting pseudo snow during the winter storm. It's good, isn't it? It's all weather. This is what the world has to offer us. Wahululu. Sounds like a Hawaiian island, that, doesn't it? The big island of Wahululu. You love spring and fall so much up north. It's lovely, isn't it? Again, if you lived somewhere that was just sunny all year round, you're going to miss out on leaves falling to the ground, the crunch underfoot, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, that colour. Oh man, it's amazing. And the smell of the spring kicking in, the smell of the seasons changing. Hello, Louisa's puddy tat. I have to be very, very careful reading that out there. Very careful. Oh, where's Ollie? Oh, where's he in himself? Is he alright? Yes, very careful, I know. I blame the changing of the seasons there, Christine. Just give you the money to go 2 weeks south in the winter and you would never hear you complain again. And also two weeks north in the summer. Just in the middle where it's too hot. Just 2 weeks in Greenland or somewhere. Just to go and recenter yourself. I reckon it'd be perfect. I reckon every season that we have should last a month. And it should just go, should be potluck all year round. On the first day of every month, someone should just press a button and then it'll come up, ding, 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 ding. Summer. That's summer. Yay. That's why you love going to Sweden in the summer. Sweden in the summer looks amazing. My friend and her soon-to-be husband, I think, possibly, they've got a summer place that looks incredible. Her parents have got one as well. And because there's no one there, there's 6 people live in Sweden and it's about the size of Africa. It's fucking mental. Loads of space, loads of place to go to. Everyone's got a big gaff in the woods and whatever. It's brilliant. Ollie's fine. Not happy, he's just had his claws clipped. Ooh. Pissed off with you, aye? I've been working on them all winter. Your mum's cousins in June, you're talking sunrise pre-4 o'clock in the morning. I must admit, during the summer we do get it sort of, I think, is it the earliest we get it is about 10 to 4 in the morning as well. That is horrific. Especially given the fact that I had a daughter who was going out quite a lot a couple of years ago. Can you pick us up? I'd have to leave the house during what looked like daylight after I'd been in bed for 2 hours. It's what, 9 times the size of Denmark with double the population. And Denmark's not exactly the most populous country on earth either, is it? It's mad. There's so much space. So much space. Thomas Heaton went on a photography tour driving through Sweden. He said he drove for so many hours during the day and all he saw was one car coming in the opposite direction. That was it. Even in the most quiet parts of Scotland, you'll see hundreds of cars coming the other direction if you're driving for that long. It's mad. Just massive and there's nobody there. No people, just elk everywhere. That is a good cup of tea, that, by the way. Your uncle once had 4 kilometres to his mailbox down a lovely gravel road. That's fecking it. Mind you, that's nothing compared to Australians, isn't it? You normally got to get a helicopter to go and pick your mail up at the end of the driveway. It's mad. The world's tiny and huge at the same same time. I can't speak English. I love a lovely gravel road as well. One of the lads who played footy with us a couple of times, well, actually quite a few times, his dad is rather well off. He said, give us a lift home on your way, no problem. And he lives in Halsall Hall, right? Halsall Hall. It's a fucking hall. So, of course, dropped him off. Or I was going to drop him off. Hang on, I'll open the gates. Open the gates. We went through, we come to this gorgeous looking house. Huge, stunning. Went, all right, lovely place this. He went, no, that's the gardener's house. The hall is further down here, and we had to drive another 20 minutes to get to the fucking hall. It was mental. The place where the gardener lived was bigger than all our houses put together here in the street. It's mad. Oh, it is. It's slightly Jeff o'clock, isn't it? Possibly. Depends. Do you want Jeff? Do you want a bit of Jeff? Do you? Sometimes you wish you had more space, fewer neighbours. Then you love having all basic shops with a 10-minute drive. And that's hard to give up, absolutely. I wouldn't mind a place up in Scotland though. It's a little place with a bit of land at the back of it. Somewhere with water running through it and a wood or something. just to get out the way occasionally. Never met posh folk like, he's not remotely posh, and thankfully his dad, despite having a shitload of money, made him and his sister actually work. No chance they'd been brought up with a silver spoon in the mouth. If they wanted money, they had to go and work for it. So Jeff has become a very, very popular, very successful businessman by running a few very popular businesses. And I think his sister also works really hard, and they've made their own money in their own right. But of course, when the dad does eventually go, they will receive a load of cash, but they have to work for it. Oh, bading. I hate that. Why does it keep doing that? Not remotely posh, but rich. What's the difference? Yeah, there's a lot of money without being posh. So in fact, some of the most pain in the arse people I've met in my life have been the middle, the social climbers in the middle. The super rich, and I mean I've met some incredibly super rich people, are all sound. The poor bastards at the bottom are all sound. It's the ones in the middle that cause all the problems. I need Skipton Castle, water out back, and I would. I do actually. Oh, moon's gone off, sorry. Considering it's just up there, I've never been. There's a few places like that I need to go and visit. I need to visit, what's visit? I need to visit Rufford Hall as well. Is it Rufford Hall? I think it is, isn't it? Which looks lovely. I need to go there as well. That's literally just up the road from here. 10-minute drive. Rufford Old Hall, sorry. There's a few places like that, yeah. But I need to increase my ability to walk a bit more, I think. I got found out this year slightly. Pushed myself, and that was it. Lawnmower Museum as well, definitely. I know I've got to do that this year. Got to. You'd never forgive me, would you? None of yous. Rufford Country Park near you? I'm presuming that's a slightly different Rufford Country Park near you. The one by me is about, I don't know, 2-3 miles away from here. As the crow flies, Duncan Ferguson used to live there. Not in the actual hall itself, obviously. Skipton Castle is just off the high street. It's sort of, that takes the edge off slightly, doesn't it? Slightly takes the edge off it. Come to this ancient castle, just off the high street. The Lawnmower Museum, it does sound really interesting because there's loads of celebrity lawnmowers in there. Nicholas Parsons' lawnmower is in there. Hilda Ogden. Quite a few in there, actually. And the history of lawnmowers. Who doesn't want to know about that? Duncan Ferguson used to play football for Everton. He is also a smidge under 6 foot. He's also 6'4". He was in jail in Scotland for being exceptionally violent. And a couple of stupid burglars tried to break into his house in Rufford, and he caught them and battered them everywhere. Then it happened again when he moved to Formby. Another 2 people tried to break into his house, and he battered the shite out of them. Not someone you want to mess around with. Lovely, lovely man, but hard as nails. Yeah, silly. I think he done his hamstring kicking one round the back garden as well. He did, he absolutely leathered them. When the police turned up, they obviously knew who Duncan Ferguson was. They asked him, what's happened here? So I've just caught him trying to break into the house. He went, oh, hang on. You haven't killed him, have you? You better go and have a look. He didn't. Just battered him everywhere. Your local castle partially burned down because some Spanish invaded in the 1800s and set fire to it because they were cold and couldn't light the fireplace. Feckin' Egypt. Speaking of football, they're on that thing, don't they? Did he have to wear those? Or did he also have those boots that horses or other animals that pulled lawnmowers had to wear? Oh, that's a good question. I will find that out when I go. Because they had to, didn't they? They had to wear some kind of, yeah, horse cleats, horse studs. They shouldn't be breaking into his house in the first place. Not while his wife and his kid were there. They thought he was at an away game. Didn't think he was coming back. They played in London that day. And then he came back and caught them and volleyed them everywhere. AC, no AC. But I know it's football, man. We love it. Well, I do. Everton, Arsenal, how many? It was 2-0. Bastards. Very excited about the Lawnmower Museum. It's the most stupidly British thing you could possibly have. Both having a lawnmower museum and also having it in Southport. This goes up to 11. Jeff's been watching Spinal Tap, obviously. Speaking of Jeff, well, it is Sunday. What has Jeff been doing this week? Japanese water gardens make me pee like a racehorse. I can imagine. Since when did Paris have donkeys on the beach? I think you might be in Blackpool there, son. Visited the Giant's Causeway too.
Very cool
The
indeed.
Giant's Causeway. I did not know that existed. That surprised me, that has surprised me. Although fair play, like I did like that. Well done, Jeff. He's been busy, hasn't he, getting round and about. The Blue Beast arrives. What do you call me? 2 and 3 from Andy, not just the 1. 2 and 3. Yes. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey Bubbles Bum Bum. We're talking about Percy Filth now. So many sharp angles they are, aren't they? He's like a Cybertruck with pecs. With pecs and a glint in his eye. His eyes are like chipped ice. His eyes are like chipped ice. Is he happy though? Of course he is. Yes, I was quite impressed when he showed me the Giant's Causeway. I thought that was very good thinking of him now. Obviously. He gets about, doesn't he? Annoys the life out of me. Wherever I go, he's there. And then wherever I don't go, he's there as well. If I'd have won the lotto last week or the week before, I could have gone to all these places. Thanks for keeping the Game of Thrones alive. He's playing the game. That's what you see. He plays the game. He knows what the score is. Bit of product, bit of moisturiser. And the ladies love it. As you can tell, with all the lovely ladies loving Big Bad Blue Jeff. If I won the Lotto, it would be the same. It would. Lottery. I could have gone to all these places. Serious question. If it's a causeway and it was for an Irish giant and a Scottish giant, is there a similar formation in Scotland somewhere? That is a very good question. I am sure that's been asked before. There should be, shouldn't it, on the other side? I go to Denmark and buy an island. I could do. If that money come in, definitely. It's a very good question. Of course, both sides of that particular gap should be sort of connected anyway, shouldn't they? But of course, the Giant's Causeway was caused by rapidly cooling lava. And when it cools at a certain speed, it makes certain shapes, which in this case is hexagons. True story. Then acquire the whole of Scotland. Scotland will take a few quid to buy. There's oil under there, don't forget. Get the tabs open. Told your uncle once you wanted to make enough money to buy an island in Sweden. They only have 250,000 of them. There should be a couple available then, definitely. Heading back to the PC now, you were in the kitchen. There you go. Tabs are going to be opened all over the place. Country with the most islands. There's a lot of that about, isn't there, in Northern Europe? Lots of crazy long coastlines because they go in and out and in and out and in and out, like fjords in Norway, and Scotland's pretty similar as well. Loads of in and outs, so to speak. Loads of little mini islands everywhere. Arthur's Seat was a volcano, it was indeed. Or is that what you're thinking? Maybe that's the set-off point. Arthur's Seat to the Giant's Causeway. Could be. Your Triple Crown winners for the Six Nations rugby. On the island. There's a causeway in Scotland on the Isle of Stafford. There's an Isle of Stafford. Does Sam know that? Is it an island full of cats? Is that where the name comes from? Which question are we on? Not the most islands, no. We've got the Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, which is supposed to be a walkway between Northern Ireland and Scotland, because two big giants were going to go and have a fight. If the Giant's Causeway is on one side, is there a causeway on the Scottish side as well? Denmark has tons of coastline, and you have Northern Europe's biggest desert. You have a mile by a mile wandering. Oh, right. Does it make a noise as well? There's a singing dune, isn't there? Is that in the Netherlands? There's definitely singing dunes in Northern Europe, I know that. When the wind blows, they make a noise. It's amazing, man. I like coastlines. I like water in general. I know Wrexham's not exactly on the coast, but it wasn't too far away from water. Middlesbrough was on the coast. Liverpool's on the coast. Enschede wasn't, but there was loads of ponds everywhere. Dunes make a deep hum. Because of the vibration, isn't it, of the sand? A corresponding area of hexagonal formations on the Scottish coast. Is there a start and end for the Giant's Causeway on t'other side in Scotland? And who was it? Who was the name of the giants? I can't remember these. Wasn't Cuchulainn, was it? That's someone else. Do we need to open this up? We do, don't we? Right, where are we? The legend, there you go. Finn McCool, isn't it? That was it, Finn McCool. And was it Ben and Donna? Ah, right. There we go. You can see that as well. Where you grow up, you have a forest meeting the sea. It's both a lovely place to grow up and, of course, yeah, absolutely all the Scandi dramas. There's a place in Anglesey as well, isn't it? Newbury was the place I was thinking about. I've mentioned this before, where the forest meets the sea as well. Beautiful. It's amazing to see that. Finn McCool, of course, now is a load of cheap Irish pubs, isn't it? There's one in Liverpool, Finn McCool's. Take these long-held beliefs, this beautiful folklore, and turn it into a cheap pub. Wales gone mad. They tell us that 2 weeks ago your mother's sister's schoolmate was violently ended by 6 people. You have drama there as well. Say what, mother? Jesus, man, that's heavy, that, isn't it? Cray. Yeah, so there's also the Isle of Safford, is correct, yeah. So it'll be part of the same lava. It's silent, lovely times meets hardcore drama. What more can you ask for in life? Finding McCoys, that's what lava was doing. It tries to find its own way, doesn't it? Lava. Yeah, I thought so. So it wasn't looking for crisps. Finn McCool. Of course, you're Irish as well, aren't you? As well as being Italian and Spanish. And Nepalese, I think, aren't you? Or is it Nepali? Himalayan. What? Yeah, there are some very lovely formations. I've been to Belfast twice. I have never been to the Giant's Causeway. And given how much I love stuff like that, it was absolutely remiss of me. I need to go back at some point. One of the black taxi, the tour of where all the troubles were, the peace walls and stuff, and then Giant's Causeway. Gorgeous looking country as well, that, by the way. We landed at Belfast International, which is way outside of the city. I had to drive through the countryside to get there. Fantastic. He was the richest guy in the area. Wouldn't have your aunt and schoolmates visiting because they weren't fancy enough knobheads. The headline said millionaire killed by 6. He's a known douche, but still, yeah, he shouldn't be. Mind you, getting it done by 6 isn't too bad. I'd have said it were in 7:30 before he would have finished. Very poor indeed. Very poor. But you can't do that. You can't go around removing people from the gene pool because they're douchebags. Because if you did, there'd be no one left on the planet. Because we're all capable of being absolute knobs, aren't we? I know I am. Pics sent re-causeway. What? Ah, right. So there you go, Giant's Causeway and Fingal's Cave. Right. So that's the one side to the other, is it? And we know what the causeway looks like. And there you go. Which is the same, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing. This is nature. Well, it's chemistry and nature, isn't it? Physics and chemistry and nature. And water. Physics and chemistry and nature and water. Is that also the one that's... Does that sing as well? That cave? There's a cave that sings as well, isn't it? When the wind blows, it produces a hummy noise as well. You can tell, can't you? I've watched loads of this stuff, but just haven't remembered it at all. Because I'm a feckin' idiot. You big feckin' idiot. Do I still have the story of your man that turned blue? Quite possibly. Watch this space, Alio. Someone bought his other house, but defaulted on the loan and then killed him. What? Feckin' mental. Do appreciate the Wilderness Scotland page about Fingal's Cave. Rightly puts discovered in quotes, referring to the 1772 discovery by Joseph Banks. It's always likely early humans did first. Absolutely. Plus, why should humans be the only ones that count for discovery? If you go in there and the oldest cave painting you find, or the oldest bones that you find, are 3,000 years, and then all of a sudden you find animal bones in there from 5,000 years. Animals discovered it before humans. Got something similar in the Pharaohs, which is nowhere near Egypt, by the way. Louise, your phone has died, so no tabs available. Who are you texting during this? Aye. What are you up to? Field. But it is mad, isn't it? The kind of things that Mother Nature is capable of producing, just it looks completely unnatural, despite the fact that it is completely natural. Fingal's Cave is the one that Jay McDonald sang in. It wasn't very musical then, to be honest with you, Mandy, but yeah, it was. That was the same one, wasn't it? It's got an amazing ambience, wonderful acoustics, but also if the wind blows correctly, it automatically, it's like playing a flute, isn't it? Goes across like the edge of the cave mouth, and then out it comes. Fingal's Cave looks like a lot of places in the Pharaohs. It's a fair old journey. Alright, here's the one I just read. It is Fingal's Cave Easy. It's the one that Jay McDonald sang in. Like the singing a ringing a binging a bonging a boinging a tree. Exactly that one. That's the place by you as well, isn't it, Lulu Bellatini? The singing a ringing a tree. Although, where did that come from? That was a TV show, wasn't it? The singing ringing tree. Which was horrific, if I remember rightly. And then the Fast Show did a piss take of it. The singing a ringing a binging a plinking a plinking a plonging a binging a boinging tree. You're a friend in the Pharaohs, just called him. Sometimes think about the difference between us and you, and agree our accents are way sexier. Sexier than a Scouse accent, lad. What are you on about, lad? Yeah, I can't really moan about that, can I? Our accents are many things, but not really sexy. The Irish, of course, are well known for their sexy accents. As are some of the Scots. Just not the ones who are normally drinking little red bottles of Buckfast. Hey, fuck with you. Not them ones, no. And of course, these accents are going to go. These accents will go. The more the generations watch American films and Hollywood films and TV shows and what have you, the more they're going to speak English with an American accent. All the sexy accents are going to go. There'll be no hee-haw French accents. There'll be no, that is your simply sensational Dutch accents, nothing like that. Nothing like that. It'll all just be mid-Atlantic, Valley Gale kind of accents. A Scouse accent like a codpiece on a codpiece. Nails on a chalkboard, lad. Depends who you're talking to, Ali. Do you mean the Irish accents? Irish accents are admired all around the world. Most Irish accents are admired around the world. The Dublin one especially seems to be quite popular. Hopefully some folks won't give it up. I know there's something I quite like about speaking to friends in the Netherlands. Their English is perfect, but they still speak with an accent which is unmistakably Dutch. I love that. But just generation by generation, it's going to change. Still have many accents in the States. We do as well over here. But then we don't hear English just by watching TV and films. A lot of people around the world do. So you can go to somewhere bizarre in the middle of Southeast Asia, someone who's never left the country before, and these speakers, though, they're definitely from, I don't know, San Bruno or somewhere, you know what I mean? Yeah, not the ones commonly on TV and film. You've got to keep them as well. You can't just have everything exactly the same. It'd be too beige, wouldn't it? You need your edge. Irish accents are an aphrodisiac. Scouse accents are like a clog to the nuts. Well, quite a few people like our accents as well, as long as they're not the overly forced ones. Some of the more calm ones are quite nice, apparently, which is why we're quite popular when it comes to doing commercials on TV. Most Northerners are, aren't we? You can trust us. If we say to buy some kind of insurance, you'll go and buy it. Whereas if someone said, do yourselves a favour, buy yourself some insurance, you'd run a mile. The Singing Ring and Tree was a Brothers Grimm fairy tale. I did not know that. Yeah, the 1957 film was absolutely harrowing. Harrowing. The US accents aren't well liked these days, not like it used to be. Yeah, well, your actions of your government can dictate that as well, can't they? The generic film and TV accents, which is very, very... It's always the same 3 or 4, isn't it? You're either a Valley girl, a New Yorker, someone from deep south, Cletus. But it's not the same, are they? There's loads more. If you do a bicycle kick, you get $250. If I could do a bicycle kick right now, I would do, but I can't. I have scored bicycle kicks in the past. Proper full-on, overhead, top corner. Pick the bones out of that. Definitely done some of them in the past. I was more of a just stroke it past the goalkeeper, back of the net. You know what I mean? Centre fireworks. No pace whatsoever. Good touch for a big man. That was my style. Until my brain exploded, obviously. Well, my knee exploded first, then my brain exploded not long after. I miss playing football. I really do. I miss the lads as well. And the weird things that happen as a result of playing football. Watching a 60s music legend towel flossing his anus. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? The kind of stuff that you don't normally see on, never mind the Buzzcocks. Don't need the US accent. Well, the Canadian one is pretty much an American accent anyway, isn't it? Just with the occasional E at the end of it. And then going out and about, really struggled with the local accent around here for the first few years. Processing disorder did not help, I can imagine that. Staring at folks and needing them to repeat, welcome to my world, Sam, welcome to my world. Not actually kicking a bicycle, it would probably be easier. I could do that right now. Now, a bicycle kick, Mandy, is when the ball is up in the air and you flip yourself sort of feet in the air and kick the ball into the back of the net. I have done on many an occasion. I once scored what was more of a scissor kick than a bicycle kick in front of the entire FC20 first team who had been training. I didn't even notice they were watching me. They'd finished and were watching me and my mates having a game of 3 and in. Someone crossed the ball. I flew through the air, volleyed at the top corner, and I got a round of applause from top division Dutch footballers. And then my dad in the car afterwards said, stop showing off, you dickhead. I didn't even see them. Yeah, they've got more than one accent as well, haven't they? Definitely. It's a massive place, Canada, isn't it? Huge, man. What heavy hit to the Canadians sounds painful. Yeah, they've got a very, very French accent as well, haven't they? Strange, Canada. And there's is it Newfoundland, is it somewhere else that speak just as though they are Scottish fishermen? Man, you need more than 250 to even attempt that. Don't try it. Don't try it. Not unless the ball is perfectly weighted, perfectly flighted, and you can see the keeper struggling to get across his line. At which point, feet in the air, volley it like you just don't care. Different provinces and rural versus urban, absolutely. And of course, a lot of people who live in the urban tend to move around a bit more than the people in the rural. Their accents are a bit more beige, whereas the rural's a bit more sort of traditional of the soil, isn't it? It's the same over here. people in big cities, their accents normally sort of even out slightly. Then you go 20 minutes down the road and you can't understand a word they're saying. See Clarkson's Farm for details with Gerald. Newfoundland, yeah, they've got an area where people talk with an Irish accent. There's a few places in Canada where it's just bizarre. You genuinely could be talking to some mad culture farmer from the County Kildare or something, you know. Mad. Canada's a crazy place anyway. A lot of people from the Highland clearances went there, didn't they, from Scotland? When he got rid of all the people to bring in livestock and what have you. They went to Canada and New Zealand, which is why you've got Dunedin in New Zealand. Most notable variations include Newfoundland English, Maritime, Cape Breton, Ottawa Valley, Quebec English, and West Coast Standard Inland, with many dialects heavily influenced by the Irish, the Scottish, the French and indigenous languages. Absolutely. Loads of Scots over there. The Irish get everywhere anyway. Whenever anything needs building, the Irish were there, as were the Scots. Which is why if you go to South America, there's huge amounts of football teams with Scottish and Irish names. And English, to be honest with you. There's an Arsenal, a Liverpool, a few Liverpools, a few Arsenals. There's a few Evertons there as well. Because they went over there to build the railways. And that's why you get people who play for Argentina called Jock Brown, who is a swarthy looking dude. Olive skinned and long black hair. Come te amo? Me llamo Jock Brown. Of course you do, mate. You know, some musicians in Quebec, and it seems an amazing place. The whole of Canada, from what I've seen, I've not seen a huge amount of it, but there was a fantastic TV show called Departures. Two young lads made it themselves before YouTube got really going. It was what people do nowadays. Just they went round, because they owned a production company. They went round the world themselves and then sold it onto this company as well. Brilliant, amazing, and they were from Canada. The first the first week of the holiday they were on was just going round Canada. We're going this place and that place and that place. We've never been to Canada ourselves, just a place where we live. So they went on a road trip and it looked amazing. If you had a chance, watch it. There were four series and they went round the globe several times. Amazing. But did he go to North Wales or Glencoe in Scotland or somewhere? No, they never. So they haven't been everywhere at all. Lying bastards. Canada's definitely on the bucket list. Iceland, Canada, New Zealand, Carnarvon. You know, real top of the range stuff. But Canada's weird in that as much as there are places which are very Irish, very Scottish, very English, very Canadian English, and then very, very French. Just, I know they're not next door to each other because it's a massive country, but it's in the same place, just like doom, doom, doom. How are they so different? Denmark should be on the list. It will be. I'm definitely going to Legoland. I've got to go to the Lawnmower Museum before Legoland, but I'm definitely going there. Very Irish but sexy. Yeah. How's me mar and za the stars, the sound. Doing well. Although me mar's a pain in the arse. Never shuts up at all. Can't say that today, can I? It's Mother's Day. Can't say that. Legoland's 30 miles from there. The lads from All the Gear flew over there. I think it was like £15 to get there or something each. Just flew over. Went and had something to eat in the Legoland cafe that's in there. Bought a load of pastries, because you can't go to Denmark without buying pastries, can you? Loved it. Had no idea where they were going. US has 30 major dialects, and Google says that we have between 30 and 40. Major dialects, probably. I'd say we're in triple figures when it comes to actual dialects. It's mad for such a small little tiny place. Going to Hobbiton to prove I'm a smidge over 6'2". You're only having a go at me now because you know you're much taller than me. Would you be an 11 stone height of 90 square miles? Just fucking, I don't know. I need to get measured properly again. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hate it. I used to be tall, I'm not anymore. You're way taller than me. Definitely more accents per unit of land, without a shadow of a doubt. Just stop talking in half, that would be great. Where is Hobbiton? Is that New Zealand, is it? Is that the South Island? Oh, drink. Another tea. Ali, oh. You're loving your teas are nice. Loving the teas are nice. Nice bucket of tea. Or is that because it's so close to Paddy's Day? Is that what it is? I better not get measured next to Louise, otherwise I'm going to start crying, aren't I? Like a proper kid. Kicking my shoes down the road. It's not fair. Fair, I hate it. Not fair. I used to be tall, not fair. Right, well, anyway, it is Sunday.
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Man's blue skin A&E panic was just bedsheet dye. Ali. A man was rushed to hospital after his skin turned blue, only for medics to discover it was dye from his new bedsheets. Tommy Lynch from Derbyshire said he had woken from a long sleep in the gifted navy coloured bedding looking like an avatar, in reference to the blue beings from the blockbuster film. A friend convinced him to head to hospital, where concerned emergency ward staff put him on oxygen, but the penny dropped when a medic rubbed his arm with a swab that turned blue. The 42-year-old said, "I was mortified, but they said I'd give him a good laugh. They don't usually have funny stories in A&E." Makes a change for him not to remove something from an anal cavity. That's the one. That's what they normally get. The only laughs they get in A&E is normally what to remove from people's back passage. Thanks to Ali for that one. Cheers. Will Chicago be turning the river green again? It's just... Why do Americans love St. Patrick's Day so much? I don't get it. They celebrate it more than the bloody Irish do. Was it the mayor of Boston who goes around putting an Irish accent on as well? I'd be mortified doing that. You'd be paying huge amount of money after such a misadventure. No laughing matter. Check Garen's latest post. Renee, how are you doing? How's things? Just been talking about Canada. There's so many that went there from Ireland. I know there is everywhere in the world, but just... I don't get the American thing anyway about I'm Irish. No, you're not. Or I'm Italian American. You're not. You're American. I'm Irish American. You're fucking not Irish. Your great granddad was Irish. You're not. Behave yourself. But like, say the fella going round, the mayor of Boston going round, putting on that stupid Irish accent they do. The one that sounds like the coppers always do in for old films. Just, that's not how Irish people speak, man, you know what I mean? It's too much. Looks like they'd be dying it or have done already. Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. Terrible. If you ever buy anything that's blue, wash it first. Jeans, same thing, man. I've done that in the past. Gone out wearing brand new jeans that I hadn't bothered to wash first, and got covered in the stuff. Doing good. Soft snow falling. Oh, very nice. It has been forever, hasn't it? How are you doing? You're all right? Yeah. How's the garden? Are you ready for summer upcoming? Don't walk away, Renee. Boss tune that, by the way. Oh, man. I am aching all over. Aching all over. But also, the Revitive Medic is working wonders so far. It is working wonders so far. I've not had cramp during the night since I bought the thing, which is a good sign. I also tried, there's pads that come with it as well, not just the ones that you stand on. There's little pads that plug into the side of it, and I tried one there, and I think one about there, and every time it pulsed, my hand was doing that. Not shaking, but you know, that, which is bizarre. So it might actually work. Prefer to stay winter for longer. Oh man. Rain just blew up. Right, so Louise hasn't got the rain that came over here, but you have, bizarrely. What's going on here? The world's gone mad. It is, it's interesting to try at least, Ali. But the actual standing on it, on the Botham board, it's good. I've not woken up during the night. I have had cramp after I've got out of bed, or after I've woke up, but not during the night. So it's pretty good. The Irish usually talk like Newfies. Can't understand anything that comes out of them. We're talking about that as well earlier on, weren't we? There's a few places, there's Newfoundland, isn't there, where they talk like proper old Irish sailors in the same dialect and everything. Mad. Holy St. Paddy. That reminds me as well, Louise, I watched Batman earlier on. The 60s Batman. Adam West and Burt Ward. Tallulah Bankhead was in it. Fucking awful. I know it was good, wasn't it? It was camp back in the day. Good adventure for all the family. It was absolute bollocks. To put bat in front of anything. Pass me the bat pen. Need to go for a bat shite. You know what I mean? Just fucking... Let's go to the bat poles. Just poles that you fall into the ground below. Why are they bat poles? I don't get it. Knobheads. Very positive it is. Also negative, because without a positive and negative you don't really get any electric going through you. I am slightly concerned about it though. Can I use my phone when I'm using it, or will it fry it? Or will it charge it? I don't know. Don't even do that, you don't think? It is very zapping power. It's weird. Such a strange feeling. It does feel like someone's grabbing your calf muscle and doing that with it constantly. But I'm willing to do anything to try and improve. I'm sick of being sick. I want to be better. I keep having dreams, man. Dreams of going on long walks. You have parades, Alio. I'm not surprised you do. Not just a green t-shirt and a felt top hat. Some people wear a green t-shirt or top, yeah. I think people just like glow in the dark beer on Paddy's Day. Oh, you're talking Batman. It is very zap power. I thought you were talking about the Revitive Medic. Confused the life out of me there, Louise. Don't do that. Yeah, that's another thing that annoyed me. Why is Robin, who's about that big, tiny, skinny little thing, knocking shite out of 6.5 foot henchman? Holy Toledo, Batman! It was campus picnickers though, wasn't it? I mean, come on. Tallulah Bankhead. She was brilliant in it, to be fair. What did she play? The Black Widow. Even the other people that were in the show, there was, it was out of bank robberies. The Black Widow was going and doing bank robberies. No spoilers, like, but you know. And the fellas that were running the banks were all campers of row of tents. Yeah, you know, it was. I didn't like Batman when I was young, but I certainly didn't like it this afternoon. And I sat there for about 20 minutes watching it before I realised how shit it was. Don't know if they do that here in the pubs. Paddy's Day is a big celebration for the Irish, but you can't mess around with beer. You know, there's celebration and then there's fucking beer. You don't mess around with beer. It was even more amazing. We all thought it was great back in the day because it was brand new, wasn't it, back then? No green beer in Ireland. You don't mess around with beer in Ireland. You certainly don't piss around with Guinness. Don't put anything in it. I've got your nice green pint. You fucking ruined that pint. Lego Batman's not bad. I haven't watched that. I didn't like any of it. I'm not a Marvel or DC kind of dude, to be honest with you. Not my style, not my thing, man. Unlaps. Oh yeah, you can get shots, can't you, with your green? Did work. And Mickey Finn. Not a big beer drinker yourself, or I used to be. Not anymore. Green Guinness, you can't do that, can you? You can't mess around with Guinness. It's one of nature's great gifts to the world. Don't piss around with it by putting stuff in it. You need what you like, Wolverine. Is that the films about Wolverine or just Wolverine himself? Ali, you don't drink, so you couldn't tell us. You could tell us. Even if you don't drink, you are Irish, so it's within your blood anyway. Pulled in the dishes and millet for the birds so the rain stopped. Sunny again. It was waiting for you to come out and get stuff, wasn't it? Wouldn't dare ask for a green Guinness. Absolutely not. Can you imagine the looks you'd get over there? Hello, could I have a pint of green Guinness, please? Get out of me feckin' bar now. Himself, he is a very handsome man, isn't he? He's a handsome man, a very handsome man. Lucky bastard. Is he happy though? Is he happy? Tell you what though, well it is Sunday after all. There's only one left to go, isn't it? Come on, let's do this thing. The days are longer. The daffodils have returned. Oh look, rain again. There you go. There you go. Sam's been pinned. I didn't pin anyone earlier, did I? Don't believe they do anything to Guinness, just some pale, cheap beers. They shouldn't mess with Guinness. If possible, shouldn't mess with Guinness. Yeah, right, Sam's got a channel as well, which is fantastic stuff. Belting. Oh, we're belting that way. Renee's got a channel as well. We're full of creators here, aren't we? It's boss. One of the things I love about community, which is why we want to do Bears Paws TV, is because we want to spread this as much as possible. let people know about each other's channels, push the community a bit more. Subbed, good stuff, man. How many cats? 8, mostly rescued from your yard. Also feed the neighbours' cats and other ferals, whoever comes by. It is, isn't it? Feeding time at the zoo, whoever comes by. And often shown live on camera. As Sam likes to do some live streams as well, which we love to see. Lots of nice animals. Done nothing with your channel for quite a while. That's the good thing about it though, Renee. It's always there, isn't it? Whenever you feel like, it's always there. I haven't, to be honest with you, I've done a few walks, that was about it really. I've not done any talking to the camera in ages. I miss doing that. I miss dropping Jess off of a morning, dropping her off at work and then picking her up in the afternoon. I used to have loads of ideas back then, loads of things to talk about. Now I just wake up when I feel like. Go upstairs, do a bit of showery stuff. Come, pull my down and drink tea until my eyeballs explode. Appreciate other folks posting nature content. Renee's done loads of stuff about a back garden, which was lovely as well. I love anything to do with flowers and plants and gardens. Absolutely love all that. Renee used to do animal rescue for about 40 years. Retired now, only 2 cats. 2's enough though. Specialise in pollinator gardens. We need more and more of that. More pollinators. So amazing. Rescue, definitely a calling, isn't it? And something to be proud of as well. Giving these poor animals a second chance. Renee took us on a drive as well, she did. I love all that kind of stuff. It's not easy, is it, just to jump on a plane and fly to the middle of somewhere. Whereas if someone goes, right, I'm going to take you with me. There you go, this is where I live, or this is the city where I live, and this is this is that. This is what my garden looks like. It's amazing, I love that. More of that. More sharing in the world. The more we share, the more we know about each other, the better it is, I think. Rescue is a black hole for finances and compassion fatigue. I can imagine that, but at the same time, it must give you a lot of fulfillment as well. Knowing that you're helping so much. The only 2 cats you got from somewhere other than the great outdoors was from an acquaintance that you got into being a foster for cats. Burned her out after a few years. So she found her limit and then you took over. Ah. It takes dedication, stuff like that, doesn't it? Well, it must do. It must take a hell of a lot of dedication and energy. Absolutely. We don't do animals in this house, apart from the people. Not after the dog that we had. Couldn't do that. Plus, I don't think we need animals in this house. There's loads of birds everywhere. There's loads of neighbour cats which are constantly going round. There's always something happening. People walk past here with the dogs all the time. So we see plenty of animals. And then of course, if I go on my walk, I can see rabbits, pheasants or moorhens, we haven't decided what yet, ducks, loads of stuff. There's foxes of a night. It takes sheer grit going days without sleep. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Been there with my daughter. Thankfully, she started sleeping through very early. I was lucky with that. You need it. It's just you and the boss. The boss. There's only one boss in that house. And the boss isn't 11 foot 12. Saying that right now. Ollie with it. Ollie with it. Never had a pet empty house in almost 65 years. Yeah, we had a dog. And when she had to go because she was ill, it's the worst thing that's happened to us. Absolutely horrible. None of us could cope with it. And we just said at the time, there's no chance we're getting another one. Not a chance. Just a feckin' noise. When you're still on social media regularly, you'd see your cat's foster documenting all these very young and often unwell and weak kittens. Obviously not all making it. Hard to witness, much less do. Oh yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, there's Ainsdale woman who now lives in Wales woman. She takes in she got loads of animals anyway, but she takes in loads of stray cats and things. She had one that had a litter of kittens and was trying to hand feed the smallest ones to make sure they survived. And a couple of them didn't, and it was horrific. People whinging in the comments section. They're grown attached to these little, not even their animals, just watching them on a channel on YouTube, grown attached to them. Shows you the power of animals, doesn't it? A Notts lad is Lou's Ollie. Is he a Notts lad, is he? How can you tell? Is it the accent? Does he say, alright my duck? Is that how you can tell? Don't you like Derby? Don't like Derby? Animal rescue has so many deaths, like having your heart ripped out every few months. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that. That's another one where it's absolutely 100%. You have to be up for it. It's a calling. It's not a job. You can't fall into it. It's the same as being a nurse, I'm sure. Care worker, working with old folks or kids, working with animals. You've got to really want to do it, because otherwise you will get your heart ripped constantly. Notts lad. Aye. Happen. The power of innocence and trust. That's exactly what it is, isn't it? And also the unconditional love that you get from animals, which we so rarely get from humans. Unless you've got kids yourself, obviously, at which point that changes things slightly, but yeah. Animals do it all the time. Give so much and ask for so little. Social work. I had friends from undergrad majoring in that. Not sure any of them stuck with it more than a few years. Yeah. I don't know how you could do it for any length of time. Because the most exhausting thing you can have is being emotionally exhausted and fatigued at the same time. Going and working on a building site and coming home with your arms sore and I've had a really long day at work today, I'm knackered. That's one thing. Being emotionally and spiritually and mentally drained, you can't get over that. Nursing's tough. I think it's one of the most amazing things you can do. Definitely. Having been stuck in the hospital for 2 months, having people just dragging me through it, to be honest with you, I thought it was amazing. What they must go through on every single day, what they must go through shift by shift, year after year, constantly turning up, still giving as much as they can. Not all animals give unconditional love. I'd say the majority, not all, but the majority. They had to start out in the most available high turnover positions in Detroit. You always do, don't you? If you're coming into a job, you start at the very, very bottom and work your way up. If you can manage to get through that for the first couple of months, who knows, you might go to something slightly better off, but yeah. In at the deep end, trial by fire. And fair play, if you can get through that and still be there years later, you are a very, very special kind of person. It's hazing, exactly. What isn't it? Yeah, welcome, please sir, let me have another. And it's the same over here with every job, but not to that kind of level. Being asked to go and buy tartan paint and stuff like that, gentle ribbon, it's not the same as starting at the bottom of somewhere like that. It's horrific. Shrews are rarely grateful. Yeah. Are they domesticated though, the shrew? Do we have domestic shrews? Apart from maybe in Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury, by the way, not Shrewsbury, Shrewsbury. Most animals are fine though, aren't they? If you can give them something, make them feel fed, warmed, appreciated, cared for, you will get it back often. Not porcupines though. Porcupines are pricks.
Very poor.
Very
Very poor indeed.
Very poor. Did wildlife rescue as well. Again, these are the kind of things that must be, like you say, it must be fatiguing. It must drain you completely, but also the amount of goodwill you get, the feeling that you get from it, must be so amazing. Just helping things out that are struggling themselves, being that helping hand, must be so rewarding. Porcupines are super sweet. Must be hedgehogs then, they're pricks. Bless them. But you know, hedgehogs are nice as well. Unless you start throwing balls of mozzarella at them, of course. Then you see their arse. I've not seen a hedgehog round here for a while. Talking about wildlife, what do we think about the guy kidnapped by dolphins? Say what? Say what? I've not heard of that. What are you on about? I think you've seen a video of porcupines eating snacks. I'll be interested in seeing that. What snacks do porcupines eat? And how do you find out what these things eat? Goodwill, but hard to love people after a while. Yeah. Is this the kind of thing where you get a job that people come into, spend a few years, and have to get out, and then a constant churn of people to continue? Otherwise, it grinds to a halt. Forced to build an underwater city? What? Not heard about the dolphin stuff? I've not heard that. Definitely not. Was it a baby? I think you've seen that one too. Apples and pumpkins. Seeing pics of dogs' faces full of porcupine quills. I've seen that. Porcupine quills, that must be horrible for the dog. Knowing that they can't even just do that and get rid of it as well. Don't mess with a porcupine. Don't mess with something that comes with its own armoury. Not good. No good can come of this, I tells you. No good can come of it. It's been a while since you've seen it. It was mostly the sound of the crunching ASMR. Ah. Very sad for dogs with quills face. Must be horrible. And of course dogs, they're just inquisitive, aren't they? Curious. What's this? What's this? Ow. Would you do it again? 5 minutes later, too right, they'll do it again. Because dogs are male. Cats are female, dogs are male. I'm convinced of this. That's why cats are feline, feminine, graceful, clean, intelligent. Dogs, fetch. sit in the corner licking their own bollocks. Porcupines are very gentle and love apples on your lap. I did not know that. Every time we do a stream, we learn something, or at least I do anyway. Flashback to the incredible journey. Every journey with you is an incredible journey, Louise. All sorts of little critters munching snacks is cute. It is. Always. Oh, Sam.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It is there. That's the first one tonight, isn't it? Will we get a hat-trick? Will we? Could we? Should we? Can we? Can we? See dogs as extrovert and cats as introvert. Just, yeah, but I just see dogs as being males. Dogs are like young boys. As long as you stroke them occasionally and throw something for them, they'll be your friend for life, dogs. Like little boys. Do you want to go and play in the park? What's your name? Rover. It's a funny name for a kid. Pinned and going up. Sounds painful. I would love it just once in my life, if it's possible, to feel the same that a dog does when it sees its owner. That level of excitement. I would love that. It's like the greatest thing on earth, isn't it? A dog seeing its owner for the first time in 20 minutes. We'll never feel that. We'll never feel that happy. Not even winning the FA Cup. You don't feel that happy. Donald has 2 cute dogs, he does. We need someone with sausage dogs though. Oh my god, the sausage dogs are adorable. Is his name Myron? He looks like a Myron. Where are we? Come on, what have we got now? We need something different. A Triple J, a Jinxie Jungle Juice. You can put something in there if you want. Something alcoholic if you feel like. Something to Irish it up slightly. Despite the fact that it is actually Irish. Yeah, I'd have that now. I'd have that now. Cats get pretty excited at feeding time. The only cats I've had a real experience of have always just been too cool for school. You'll shout them at like dinner time and they'll wander over. Have a quick look around. They might get wired into it when you're not looking, but they just sashay, doing the shoulder thing as well. Sashay over, looking like a jaguar. Not sure Molly likes the new one. Controversial. Buster is avoiding it too. Ah, they are jealous, aren't they? Of course they are. If you've had all of the attention, and then suddenly you haven't, it's, oh, yeah. Rum, you want rum, a Jinxie Jungle Juice with rum. There you go, that'll work, wouldn't it? White rum or dark rum, Christine? Are we talking like Bacardi, Havana Club? I can't drink that anymore. Mind you, I don't drink alcohol at all, do I? So that's a stupid, pointless thing to say. I got a wee bit drunk on the old Bacardi and Cokes back when I was in my early 20s. Not a fan of it now. But then I've not had a drink in 3.5 years, so it's a moot point, isn't it? The point is moot. Is it looking like FIFA teams going to the States? No idea at the moment. Especially with Trump saying to Iran, they can come over if they want, but we wouldn't recommend it for their own safety. Well, that's not really good, is it? You're supposed to guarantee the safety if you're the home nation. A white Havana club. There you go, we can do that for you. I did have that. I had the 1-year-old, the 3-year-old, 15, the 33-year-old wasn't white anymore. It was very caramel coloured. That was gorgeous, that. Not a big rum fan myself, like, but there you go. That's why when you were born, you brought your brother a present with you. I could have a sniff off the top. A sniff of the barmaid's apron. Absolutely. I don't miss it either, you know. Bizarre. Does that mean I wasn't an alkie? Or have I just been blessed to not miss it in the slightest? Bizarre. I mean, I still have me alcohol-free red wine sometimes of a night. Not always, just sometimes. And there's nothing in that. Tastes nice, but there's nothing in it. I do feel better for it, apart from the fact that I can't use the left-hand side of my body. I can add that to the wheel. White Havana. Could be done, could be done. Just discovered a bottle of rum covered in dust in your basement. Go and get it sorted. And you can get on it. Get on it like Wallace and Gromit. The storm that you got the edge of took out the power in the in-laws. Oof, again. You were lucky then if all you got was a little bit of rain. It took out the power. Heavy, that, man. That is heavy. Heavy. Your grandma bought it back from Cuba about 35 years ago. Man, that's incredible. Like I say, I went to Cuba and they let us have some of the 33-year-old stuff. And because it was so aged, it didn't taste like white rum. It tasted more like dark rum. It was a lot more smooth. It was actually really nice. I bet that's amazing, that, man. Anything outside the nearest and suburbs to the city proper seems to lose power easily. All right. So it's not as strongly wired in, I suppose, isn't it? Crazy. Sell it. There you go. For sale. Yeah. 35-year-old bottle. Stuff like that must sell for decent money. Anything that's aged, because you can't buy it. You can't buy the age, can you? It's got to have actually aged to do that. You can't microwave something to be 35 years old. People are willing to pay for that thing. You could use the money. Not sure it'll still be good. It'll still be fantastic, but yeah, get it sold. Get the money coming in. Muchos dineros. Rar in your back bin, la. You know, I was surprised how easily the university would lose power in the first few years you worked and attended it. You see, I'd have thought even if the infrastructure wasn't brilliant on the outskirts of cities and what have you, if it's a university, you thought that would have been pretty robust, wouldn't you? Given that it's a seat of learning. And I would think universities are a good barometer of what a place is like. So you'd want people to see the university as being a good, strong, well looked after place. Sort of thing never happened when you lived up north. It's got more and better generators, and as such they expanded. Got to be done. You've got to put robust things in place. There's got to be proper, robust plans in place for these places. If everywhere else starts losing power, the university can't. nor can the local bars. Priorities, know what I mean? Priorities. Texas has very loose zoning and construction oversight. Anywhere where there's money involved, stuff like that happens. And until you get some kind of huge disaster, then things change. It's crazy that, isn't it? We had a bad ice storm there last week. Nobody lost power this time. That's a good sign, that then. Something's in place. Don't want government telling anyone what to do. Yeah, quite a lot of places, including cities, still seem to have above ground power lines, easily damaged in bad weather, but also easily fixed. A lot more easily fixed in bad weather than stuff that's underground, isn't it? Is that the idea behind it? And I suppose if there's some places where you can't go underground because it's into mountains and stuff like that, you know, Mount Pendle, you couldn't really tunnel through Mount Pendle, could you? They lost power in Toronto and Montreal, but not you. I've got friends in Toronto. I have seen some horrific stuff from Toronto. I've moaned about there being 3 inches of snow outside, and all of a sudden I've got a video back of like 10 foot overnight. How on earth? Proper wintry stuff. We just don't get it here, do we? We are so lucky. Despite the fact that we are so far north, we are lucky. It's mild. Compared to the rest of the world, we're quite mild. Winter storms can be so rough. Winter storms seem to be far worse because it's not just the wind and the rain. It's that rain suddenly becomes ice, becomes snow, becomes cold enough where you can barely function just day to day anyway as it is. The world's crazy. The world weather. It's amazing. Much milder in Toronto. It's Canada, man, it's crazy. It is that far away, isn't it, from the Arctic Circle? A lot of the big cities, just there. The Arctic Circle's just there. Mind you, it's not too far away from us, to be honest. I want to go there at least once in my life. Arctic Circle, Africa. Just step foot on the place. And you can drive from here pretty much. Well, I can't. You could drive from the UK to the Arctic Circle just with a ferry to get you over to the Netherlands or something. Easily done. Just need a decent van with a diesel heater inside it. The worst winter storms in Canada is Newfoundland. Is that because you get the storms coming from the Gulf of Mexico coming up as well? A lot of the storms start over Africa, don't they? Work their way across to the Gulf of Mexico, get stronger and stronger, and then head up the eastern seaboard. So it must be hitting Newfoundland from there. Freezing cold. Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, we're not falling for that Trump shite. Gulf of America, my arse. Gulf of Mexico. Solidarity, brothers. Solidarity, hermanos. More about being stuck in the middle of a huge continent far away from ocean. Being near the ocean is fantastic for us. We quite like it. Because we get the warmer weather. Thanks to that Gulf Stream. Makes such a huge difference. While the rest of Northern Europe's like minus 20. We're plus 2. It's crazy. And then we get loads of fishies. Loads of fishies. When the warm meets the cold, there's a feeding frenzy. The Gulf of Southern Canada. That's more like it, isn't it? Should change it. 6 months to Gulf of Mexico, 6 months to Gulf of Southern Canada. See what they do. Trump would go absolutely crazy. He'd be incandescent with rage, only you wouldn't be able to tell, would you? Because he's wearing his orange pancake on his face. Why does he do that? Just that one little circle of orange, with his sort of whitey grey ear and side of his neck. Has no one said to me, you look a complete tit? I was calling my daughter that the other week. She bought this, not fake tan water, it's one of these moisturiser with tannin in it as well. And if you're not careful, you can end up looking very, very silly, like she did. So her fingers were sort of weird brown colour. Part of her skin was orange and part of it was white. And I said, she looked like Donald Trump. She wasn't happy. Associated Press still isn't allowed in the White House because they wouldn't give in to the arbitrary name change. No one should have. They shouldn't have. Definitely not. And AP just don't give a shit, do they? Keep us out, it's alright. We'll still report. Yeah, it leaves around his eyes white. It does look bizarre, doesn't it? He needs a better makeup girl, I think. One of those TikTok girls. Teach him how to sculpt. His cheekbones would look amazing. Oh man, middle-aged, or not even middle-aged anymore, is he? Old man vanity is horrific. Who also sounds like a miserable Irish fellow who lives at the end of the street, doesn't he? Old man vanity. The fellow who puts his knife through footballs. Get out of me yard! Judge sided with them. Alright, so they couldn't be bad. Did he just get called fake news and not chosen for a question? It's horrific, isn't it? Absolutely horrific. Yeah, Google Maps in the US has changed the name, but everywhere else in the world it's still Mexico. Old Man Vanity supported 8 Mile Radius. He did. Toronto 1972. What a gig that was. Orange, it's a really strange beauty choice, isn't it? All the colours he could have picked from. California tan. No. Satsuma under a car tyre during the winter. Very, very odd. Does he think it makes him look healthy? Because it doesn't. He's looking worse and worse all the time, isn't he? More and more unhealthy. I mean, I can't really talk, can I? But I don't look quite as near to me, the, you know, in the ground than he does. It's Florida. It is Florida. Is the orange state, isn't it? Do we have a replacement for Google yet? I don't think we do. I think the UK replacement for Google is the old fella who sits in the end of the bar in the pub, who knows all the answers to everything. And if he doesn't, he just makes them up anyway. Who scored the winning goal in the 1987 FA Cup final? Nelson Mandela. Not sure it was. Telling you it was. I was there. All right, mate. I think we're getting Duck Duck Go, which is being rammed down our throat a bit at the moment. I've seen adverts for that, definitely. And I think Europe, Ash Jeeves, remember that? Ash Jeeves, man. Europe seemed to be, as a block, coming together and replacing on bits and pieces. They're trying to replace a lot of military stuff to begin with, but eventually, bit by bit, they're moving on to social media and things like that as well. We are replacing Facebook and working madly on a replacement for Google. Just Google it, will you? You remember Ash Jeeves with his little butler? May I help you, sir? May I help you? Jeeves and Worcester. PG Woodhouse, wasn't it? With Jeeves and Worcester. You like Lycos? That's going back as well, that, isn't it? Back in the day. Alta Vista. What did we have back in the day? I was watching something the other day. It might have been on Instagram. Things like Netscape Navigator and Encarta. Remember Encarta? The encyclopedia. AOL. Everybody had an AOL disc in the house, at least one. So many old things which don't exist anymore. I remember it absolutely blew my dad's mind. We used to have the old proper Encyclopedia Britannica, 27 volumes, whatever it was, which took up half the wall. And then I said to him one day, I'll give him a disc, and went, there you go, that's the Encyclopedia Britannica. Where? On that disc. All that fits on that. Yeah. Blew his mind completely. And that was a CD-ROM. It wasn't even a DVD-ROM, just a CD-ROM. Bring back the paperclip. Do you know what? I reckon if you did bring back the paperclip, it'd be really, really popular. 28 with the index, there you go. They were brilliant, all leather bound, gold leaf on the side of them, with actual words in there and actual information, proper, real information, stuff that's happened. Not when you ask AI these days, what's 2 plus 2? Well, I've been answered 4, 3, 5, 26. 5 maybe, I don't know. Wasn't asking for that, I wanted the actual answer. What is Alta Vista? It's a big street in Ottawa. Never signed up for AOL, you waited until you could surf the web at college. Could use internet just with no graphical user interface. The books were much better. I miss those days, except I don't. Going into the library, looking through the index to find out what you needed, finding the actual volume, going and sitting down with your pen and paper, and then doing all your research. I used to love doing that. In Garston Library. Fabulous. The smell of the books, the quiet. Even though it's quiet, but there's a vibe in there in the old libraries, wasn't there? There was like a proper little electrical hum of the people. Excite, InfoSeek, Hotbot, what do you call me? Dogpile and Archie. Found a list of the oldie but goodies. Am I on there? Of course not, you're not a goodie. I'll have to make another one of those before bed later. Don't even know what's gone. There you go. Ali with a trigger finger there. Not having that. Don't even care what it is, we're not having it. Pew. Loved libraries but never had strong enough lights. There's a brilliant one in Liverpool called Central Library. Gorgeous, stunning building. big circular atrium, I suppose it is. Just beautiful. And it's got loads of really old books in there that you can go and look at. Can't necessarily pick them up and touch them, but you can look at them. It's like an art installation in itself, but you can go in there and spend a day reading through things. I love that as well. Kids don't have that anymore. Everything's on your phone, isn't it? You miss out on the human interaction, which you can't really talk too much in a library. We know that. But there is human interaction. There's the interaction of picking a book off a shelf as well. All that touch and feel and smell and appreciation for the beauty that used to go into books. It just doesn't happen anymore. It's just too quickly. Pick out your phone, think, there you go. It's a waste. It's a waste. Your anthropology professor, that was on the original expanded DARPA, or when military internet expanded to research institutions, was big on you learning how to search on the old-fashioned kind. Go for it. I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Is Alta Vista on a hill? It means the view from above, and Louise would know that, living 38,000 feet up Mount Pendle. Doesn't get much more alta than that, does it? Alta meaning high, on top, vista, view. View from above. Which is why you've got places like Chile called Altiplano, high plains. I don't mean plains, I mean plains. Obviously we don't really have that in Southport, do we? Seeing as though we are at sea level. Actual sea level. Although we're not, are we, apparently? Aren't I supposed to be 5 metres above sea level, despite the fact that the sea is there? Don't get it. Studies prove books are better for child brain development. I think so as well. Just in general, something tangible is way more better for you than just electronic. That's why I can remember things if I write them down. Even if I don't carry that piece of paper with me, because I've written it down, it goes to somewhere else in my brain. Ali, gotta go. You're not working tomorrow, but your eyes think otherwise. Oh, no worries. You have a good day off tomorrow. Go get your head down. I know running tomorrow. And if you do, tie your shoelaces. One of your first grad classes was from another early net user. Internet communities. Whole non-Al Gore version of the US military. Creating the internet and then expanded to universities. Alright. There you go. It's on a rocky ridge above the river. So you can't tell Louise anything about being high up. 38,000 feet up Mount Pendle. It's as high as it gets, man. Blessed am I amongst women, as always. Gotta love the lovely ladies. Lovely ladies. And also happy that none of them have tried to volley me in the clacker bag yet. Always a good sign. What's the weather like for tomorrow, by the way? We got anything decent coming up? Oh, it's getting warmer. It's going to piss down with rain all day tomorrow, but it's getting warmer. Oh, Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. Sunny, 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 sunny. Next Saturday should be sunny as well. Everton are at home next Saturday. 5:30 kick-off against Chelsea. I will have to strap my ankle up. I might try and use me shoes with the Velcro on. Make sure I don't trip over again. Rain. That fine rain soaks you through. Yeah, just feckin' rain. There's always rain, isn't there? But Next week's looking warmer at least. I don't mind going for a walk in the rain if it's warm as well. Quite like it. Tomorrow's a disaster. It'll be 15 degrees and pouring rain. That sounds like summer in the UK. Improving as the week goes on. I don't mind that. I don't mind it. Plus, if we get loads of rain followed by loads of sun, everywhere will look really green, won't it, and smell gorgeous. That smell of petrichor would be nice if it wasn't raining constantly. Go for use specialised engines like Veronica. Very easy rodent-oriented net-wide index to computer archives, and Jughead to crawl index Gopher servers, allowing users to search across Gopher space. Ah, right. You've covered your snow with tarps to keep the rain off. I'll just be happy if the wind stops, because for the last 3 or 4 days, if not longer, it's just been stupidly windy. If you're going for a walk, it's not nice. Every corner you turn around, the wind straight in your face. If you've done a full 380, 360, 180, 360, I can't remember. 180, 360, the wind would still be in your face. It's bizarre. I'm making no sense tonight, am I? Yes, I know you never make any sense, Nick. Ground is still frozen. It will create flooding. So you've got to be really careful, haven't you? Seems as though you're in the tundra. Permafrost. Canada, man, it's mad. It's huge. I watch a YouTube channel as well. A lad who used to be in Toronto has now moved further down south, and he's calling it tropical Canada. And it's still full of snow, but it's a lot warmer than it is in Toronto. Mosaic, that's another early graphical browser, as opposed to Gopher and Indexer. Right, so the 2 different types. Didn't know any of these whatsoever. The internet life before the 2010s is the one you want back. Yeah, what do we have? I think we got our computer in 96. I'm trying to think what it was we used. It was Yahoo rather than Google as a search engine. Windows 95. It was the email that we had. IC24, I think, was the internet provider. That gave us the email as well. Proper tundra. Beautiful though. My auntie went over there in the 80s, I think it was. Went over and worked for a family. She went as like an au pair. Just to go and live there. So it was living there rent free because she was working a passage, so to speak. But she loved it. Absolutely loved it. Wanted to move there, but ended up meeting a fella and having kids. It's her son that went to Oxford or Cambridge, doing pure mathematics. Before 2010, bring it back to good old days. Hubby is stuck on Yahoo. Isn't that? Is that still going? Refuses to move on. He has literal computer trauma from a childhood gift of computer no one in the family knew how to use. Ugliness ensued. Is it Lionel Richie stuck on Yahoo? You still have Windows 7? Jeez, man, that's going back a while ago. I'm on 11 on this at the moment, which needs an update as well, by the way. I did check before doing the stream and it went, no updates available. As soon as we press go live, updates are available. Pain in the ass. I will need a Windows 11 laptop at some point in the future, but I need to save money at the moment. So watch as many videos as possible, as many adverts as possible. All the 24p's need to add together. I can't even come close to editing anything on a laptop anymore. None of them have got enough. I've got, what, I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM on one of my laptops, and it's nowhere near good enough. Not for that camera anyway. You can't see that camera. Or that moon. Right, well, it's gone out. It's gone out. The lighthouse has gone out. The lighthouse is dead. Too cheap to do an update. If you can get away without using it, don't update, because they're a pain in the arse. You also have a laptop that has some security protocol that keeps switching default browsing to Yahoo. You fix it and a while later it reverts, your hazes. Yeah, it's all built in as well, isn't it? All built in to make sure things go tits up. Built-in obsolescence. That's why I despise Apple as much as I do. And I don't get the Apple fanboys. As Rory Sutherland said, you'd always trust someone who buys an Android over an iPhone. In his words, Apple could put a turd on a stick and Apple fans would buy it as long as it's got the Apple logo on. Fucking awful. I've got an iPhone for work and it's shite compared to my actual phone. Don't believe there are any real fanboys. They love the tribalising. There's the new what's it called? Don't even know what you call it. No, Neo, isn't it? Which is like a laptop, MacBook Neo or something. And as someone pointed out, it's done specifically just to get, it's like $600 rather than the normal $1,400 to get you into the ecosystem. So once you're in and you start paying for sort of the cloud, their version of the cloud, iCloud, obviously, and all the other bits and pieces, you're already in there. And then they started doing audits of what people use, and you find all these Apple things. You're paying $6 for that, $6 for that, $6 for that, $6 for that. $6 is nothing, so people don't even look at it. But when you got 10 or 20 things which are all $6 a month, it adds up. And loads of people were paying for stuff they never even used. Yeah, everything's renting. You own nothing. Every laptop that you used to buy had a DVD drive in it. Now you haven't, because everything needs to be uploaded to a cloud, and you pay a monthly subscription, and as soon as you stop paying, you don't have access to it anymore. Physical stuff. You need to go back to buying physical things. There's a couple of things I don't mind, like sort of DaVinci Resolve, which is an editing software. You can pay £400, which is ridiculous, but it's a one-off payment. You own it for life. All the updates are included with it. And it's a really powerful software. Hollywood films are colour graded on DaVinci Resolve. There's a free version, which I use. But you can pay one off and you own it. But at what point do they say, well, do you know what? We've had a look at our figures and they don't add up, so we'll have to start charging you. Actually buying something. Go on eBay, buy DVDs, buy CDs, buy records. They can't take them off you. You own them. You physically own those things. Go back to owning them, man. You don't have a cloud. Renee, I live in the UK. We've all got a cloud. It's right above our head, about that far above. Yeah. The new phone that I've bought, or the new contract that I've got, comes with an extra bit of Google Drive. So I've got cloud facility. But if it wasn't free, I wouldn't have got the extra bit. And I'll only use that if I made something. If like Steve-O sends me a video and I make something of it, to then get it onto OBS, I need to upload it to the cloud and download it onto the computer. Otherwise, it's an absolute faff. If it wasn't for that, I don't think I'd have it either. You held out for years insisting on DVD drives on work laptops. Kept last one just to play videos for small groups. Absolutely. rather than using the servers. You still have a DVD drive. What do you mean go back to owning stuff? Do we have either Luddites in this chat, or are you far ahead of the curve? Because that's what it is. 'Cause I think that's what it actually is. I pay Netflix, Amazon Prime, Spotify, all these things. So if I did stop paying them, I'd lose access to a lot of things. But I also have DVD box sets, Blu-ray box sets, loads of vinyl, loads of cassettes, loads of CDs. I do own physical stuff as well, books as well as audio books. Don't give up what you own as well. If you can afford to, if you got the space, keep on owning stuff. Define Luddite. You're definitely not a Luddite. I wouldn't call you a Luddite. You're taller than me, you're not shite out of me. You can't be a Luddite. You're watching this on a device, aren't you? I don't mean that kind of device either, by the way. But fuck off, Nick. Too many people don't realise they're in this hole at the moment. You own nothing. If you're constantly paying a subscription every month, you're just renting it. There's was it Tesla, or it might have been another car company, the frunk in your car, the trunk at the front of your car, the front boot, if you want to open that, you need to pay a subscription. It comes with the car. It should come with the car. You own the car. It should be to open it. BMW, if you want to turn on the heated seats, you have to pay a subscription. It's absolute wank on toast. The TV and the phone, you own both. Oh, you watch it on both. Oh, thank you. Yeah, but I mean, I own my phone as well, but I don't own the music that's on Spotify or the films that are on Netflix. Whereas, if you have a library full of books, if I could win the lottery, definitely, I would buy a place that had a study or a library, and I would make sure it was full of books, CDs, records, anything physical. I want to keep hold of these things. Also art, proper artworks, things that are on the wall that you can touch, sculptures, knitted potatoes, just things that you can physically grab hold of. Much better. As much as it's nice being on a screen, being able to physically interact with things. The smell of vinyl, when you take a record out of its sleeve, the smell of that, putting it on the record player, that fills me full of joy. Might be because I'm old, but I also love it. You can't chat on a telly, and you make sure you need to chat. Don't have a TV, but you do have a smartphone. Whatever you need to get involved, really, isn't it, Renee? You cannot get into NFTs. There was, again, something the other day. Was it Logan Paul or Jake Paul? One of them spent $650,000 on an NFT, which is now worth $135. Stupid. Knitted potatoes. Like him. Mandy, is that a him or a her? I can't work it out. I think that one might be gender fluid, to be honest with you. There's no giveaways, you see. NFTs always smack of the emperor's new clothes. It's people with more money than sense. People with more money than sense being taken the piss off by people with more sense than money, and then not willing to admit, no, it was a good investment. Well, you've lost like $700,000 on this. No, but it was a good investment. Can't be. Stop being a dick. Everyone's looking for the next thing, isn't it? And to be ahead of the curve. What a lot of these people, the early adopters of NFTs, they were ahead of the "we are laughing at you" kind of curve. This is stupid. Oh, you just don't understand. You don't know where it's going. You don't know where it's headed. We do. The same as a lot of crypto is going to head. At some point, they're going to realise that it's a pyramid scheme, it's a Ponzi scheme, it's going to collapse, and the world's going to be in absolute uproar. Cute and chewy with lots of fibre. They are lovely. Mandy is very skilled with the needles, isn't it? The knitting needles. If anyone wants any, by the way, just let me know. The same with the beer mats. Oh, back on there, you bastard. Key rings. Bottle opener key rings. Lens cleaner. No, you can't have that, it's mine. Squeezable Myrons. Go ahead, Myron, lad. I wouldn't mind a Myron. I wouldn't mind one. Reminds you of a creator that mostly does stupid rich people fashion, but also other absurdly expensive designer versions of ordinary objects. Give that, the money to people who need it. It's ridiculous. He's always making fun of stupid rich people. Shit, us poors haven't heard of. Because we're not in that that orbit, are we? I know people who are. And they're looking for things to spend the money on. They'd rather spend the money on shit than pay tax. Why? It's as if, I don't know, paying tax would be admitting defeat, whereas spending money on something that is going to be worth nothing in 2 days' time. I've got one over on the government. Yeah, but your paying tax could have fed people, could have fixed things. You've still not learned how to buy anything online, so fibre potatoes are out. No. Oh no, you don't have to buy them. You don't have to buy them. Pay some damn tax. I don't know how long things would take to get over to Canada. The States was bad enough. That took a month, didn't it, last time? And having to explain to the people in the post office, what are you sending? I'm sending knitted ninja potatoes. You are sending what? Knitted ninja potatoes. I'm sure the girl in the post office thinks I'm absolutely insane. Oh, there's also some beer mats for a fake pub that I run online. And bottle openers, obviously. Not an idiot. Yeah, I like roads, bridges, schools, hospitals, potholes being filled in. Veterans being homed and being welcomed back from war. All the good stuff. Science is being funded. You like nice things, but you're not fussed about logos. You're not paying extra for a logo. Who asked you to pay for anything, Louise? So if anyone wants a bottle opener, a knitted potato, beer mats, let me know and I'll post them to you. These are free of charge. These are a thank you. Made at my own expense. Not to be sold as thank yous. Mandy stuff made at her own expense as well. I'll have to send you something for that as well, Mandy, as a thank you. Or just let you push me off Desert Falls. Know what I mean? Paying for quality is reasonable. She knows a lot of things like derelict trends or just things no one ever needs. All of it's just a load of shit. It's people with more money than they need. If you got more money than you actually need, go and give it to people who need fucking money. Anything. It doesn't have to be. If you got something against helping poor people eat, then fair enough. Go and fund a local football team. Go and buy bikes for the local kids to go and get healthy. Just fund the library. Go and buy new books for the library. Do something. Arts, scientists, arts and science, anything like that. Find people, young kids who are interested in music, who can't afford instruments. Go and buy a shitload of instruments. You never know. These people that you're giving instruments to could end up being the next U2 or someone. Mind you, they don't pay tax either, do they? So it's a bad example, but you know what I mean. Balenciaga are awful, aren't they? Didn't mean my stuff. Oh, glad to hear. Yeah, all I got them for as well, by the way, was just a thank you to anyone who wants them. Because you are awesome, all of you. All of you. Balenciaga pissed me off big time. They went to a stage, didn't they, of selling things that looked like high-vis jackets that council workers use. Things that look like bin bags. I believe there's a recent photo shoot of theirs that backfired. Is there? Horrible. This looks like a £2.50 coat that you can get from Sports Direct. Yours for only £2,500. Feckin' idiots, and there are people who will buy it. Even if I won the lottery, £150 million rollover, I wouldn't buy that kind of shit. You'll still see me bouncing around in a Ninja Lucian t-shirt or something like that, you know, repping the brand. Couldn't stand up too quickly there, otherwise I might have fainted. I don't get it. Buying a pair of trainers that cost more than someone's car. Why? Why are they worth that much anyway? Exclusivity. Exclusivity is what it's all about. Bollocks, it's not. It's posing. These wankers that are over in Dubai. They're not even over in Dubai, most of them, are they? Getting photos and videos taken on backdrops to make it look as though they're on a private jet going over there. Wish could send us something that would cure me stroke. Renee, I would love that as well. As it is, I'm doing alright. I'm getting there slowly. Controversy raises, profile it does, even if it's awful. We're talking about them now, so it's doing exactly what they want, isn't it? Yeah, Dan's rant about the kids with teddies in bondage gear. Ridiculous. No idea who we're talking about. Yeah. Oh, man. The world's gone mad, it really has. We need a reset. Or more people start needed to listen to normal people. Not Dubai influencers. Actual normal people. There's a load of people on YouTube, old folk on YouTube who are telling fantastic tales, stories, wonderful things about this is how I've lived my life so far. These are the things I've learned. Live by my words. That's what we need. Tomash, how you doing, lad? How's Mrs. Tom? Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? And how's Domingos Duarte? El gato más guapo del mundo. Have you been ironing? Is that where you've been? Wandering around the kitchen with the U-bank. Renaissance man is Thomas. You going to match on Saturday, lad? I'm not looking forward to it at all. Just hope it kicks off. Hope it kicks off for the second half on the pitch. I want all our players to go on the centre circle. Fill the centre circle full of 6.5 foot Everton grocks. See if they do this stupid little huddle at that point. What's going on? Tell you what's going on, the world's gone mad. Spending too much trouble following world events. Stop following world events, Renee. One of the best bit of advice I can give anybody at the moment: don't watch the news, don't read the newspapers. Steer clear of it. Have a look outside. The sun comes out, the sun goes down. It's wonderful. Animals fly around, hop around, skip around. Not many skip around here, to be honest with you, but the world goes on. It's not worth getting depressed about. Hope you don't mind. Domingo is part of the first BPTV first vid yet. There will be a pic of Domingo somewhere within that first vid. The teaser trailer for BPTV. That's BPTV. You've missed Jeff as well, by the way. That's a good cup of tea, that. You seriously limit your news intake. If the Whale Service isn't letting you know in 5 minutes, you don't need the info. I see that myself. I do not watch the news. There's so much more information out there anyway that it's hard to get away from, but if you sat and watched the news every day, you'd just be more and more depressed. I haven't read a newspaper in about 15 years, maybe even more than that now. Everyone's got their own spin on things. I don't need that. No. While people are watching the news in this house, I get up and walk out and go for a walk. Listen to bird song. Watch pheasants or moorhens, we can't decide yet, by the water. Take a deep breath. Much better. Much better. I think, anyway. It's getting rough out there again now, you know. It's getting very Mork and Mindy out there. Very Mork and Mindy. Thought the house was going to take off the other day. We've got a detached house. We're the last one before the green, otherwise it'd be a semi. But the one next to us, there's a couple of semi-detached there, and there's a ginnel, an entry goes along the side of us into the back gardens. The wind that goes through there sounds horrific. Thought it was going to take over I can't even speak. I thought it was going to take the roof off. Grew up loving the papers. You had two, slightly left and slightly right one. Looked both over as a kid. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You need an unbiased news source. Everything you see seems to have an angle one way or the other. That's the problem, Louise. You can't read anything. I grew up in a household where we always had the Mirror, which is left leaning, but there was also the Star or the Sun before 1989. So there's always a left and a right. And it doesn't matter which one you read nowadays, they've got their own angle. There isn't just anywhere you can go to for the news. Domingo is BPTV. Canada is improving, absolutely. But I just get depressed at how the world is. Thinking about my daughter. What have I brought into this world? Mascot oficial de Guapa el Mundo es Scorchio, Schminky Pinky. A view is fine as long as they identify it, which they don't. They always sneakily hide it in there, don't they? And you don't know where you are until you reach paragraph 2 when you start talking about lefty woke bastards and things like that. You're all right. I know where I am now. Bin. Ground News is an aggregator. Supposed to be helpful with that. It is, but it costs money. I'm not paying for that. Bollocks to them. Mentor Pilot always talks about it. Yeah, they endorse it because it does give you an overall view. I'd rather not. If I need to know about something, I'll need to know about it. There was another really bad day on the Nikkei Dow today. Really? Do I need to know about that? No. If someone says, by the way, your petrol's going up or your diesel's going up tomorrow, right, I need to know about that. Otherwise, feck off, I don't need to know. Follow about 5 different news channels and average it out. For me, that'd be overkill. And it'd be all over the place. I'd rather not. It's also why you don't have it. It's nothing. There's nothing free these days, is there? Private Eye appears to be the most insightful news, the most investigative easily at the moment. Shame it's fortnightly. I'm looking well. I must not have watched the match yesterday. I didn't. I was doing something else while that was on. No. When there is chaos, my daughter will have many opportunities. I don't think she will, though. That's the scariest part. Everything will just be taken away from them. There wouldn't be an opportunity to own a house. you're constantly starting off in debt. Travel will be much more difficult because of the way things are in the world at the moment. It's horrible. You do BBC, AP, UPI, Reuters and a few others. The future looks dark, but it's there that the kids of today must carry the light. A song lyric that struck a chord with you recently. What is petrol by the litre where we are? Petrol I'm not too sure about. Oh yeah, 149 a litre. I'm on diesel and I buy premium diesel. So I think ours is up to about premium diesel is about 179 a litre at the moment. I need to fill up as well. I'll need it before Saturday. Otherwise I won't be able to. Yeah, 30p more, despite the fact that it's not as refined as petrol. I don't get it. And of course, I'm talking about premium, because I will always buy the premium rather than the cheap shit. Because it's better for the engine. I'd rather pay a little bit extra every time I fill up, rather than have to buy a new engine for thousands of pounds. Got my daughter doing the same thing as well. It better not go up to 11. He has just been watching Spinal Tap. Why not make 10 louder and make that 10? This goes to 11. Nobody travelled when you were a kid and you survived. You did. Not only survived, you thrived. But I want my daughter to be able to get out there and visit some of the world, if she so wishes. She's been to Tenerife, that's it so far. Needs to go to other places, man. Absorb other cultures. See what the world has to offer. And if you do travel, there's more of a chance that you'll try and protect the bloody thing. Which is why we have an entire generation of people in this country that want to ruin the world. And all they've ever done is either go to Benidorm or not go anywhere at all. England, best country in the world. Really? Where have you been? Spain. Well done. Petrol always costs you the same, 20 bar. My daughter filled up her car, which is only a Fiat 500 the other day. 47 quid. She said she was absolutely apoplectic with rage. Said to her, before the diesel went up last week, I filled mine, it was 80 quid. Your car's bigger than mine. Yeah, I know it is. Knobhead. You are late because it's day 3 of 4 in work and you've been watching the Louis Theroux doc on the manosphere. Talking of other cultures. Terrific, isn't it? Not even watched it. Just the people that are involved in it. Manosphere. It's fucking embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing, these people. And we get lumped in with them. You can't even say not all men, because there's too many of these men that do act that way, so we are in with them whether we like them or not. Something you would have definitely watched when you were working. Not sure you want to know how bad things have gotten. Avoid, yeah. Don't even get involved in the manosphere. You'll feel revulsion and pity for the people that are involved anyway. That's without even seeing this documentary. Lacks a bit of the usual through editing and authority. People have been moaning about it. It doesn't show the effect. They're saying that. It just shows the people. It doesn't show the effect of what they're doing. Too many young lads now think that's something to aspire to. So us, I'm talking about my generation here, we've got to shoulder our part of that burden. We're allowing this to happen. Because we have girls, we have mothers, we have sisters, wives, girlfriends, daughters. Would we want these people talking about our female family in the same way they're talking about other females? No. Don't allow them to get away with it then. For fuck's sake. You're making inroads working with men and boys to change the culture was a key element of what DV and SA prevention did. Used to have grants for, now we're going backwards. It is because the money's been taken away from it, and also the aspiration. When you've got a president who says all I need to do is kiss them or grab them by the pussy, then you know that's the level, that's the benchmark. The benchmark's come down all the time, hasn't it? Pendulum has swung severely the wrong way, which means that we as, I say, normal men, fucking hell, we as hopefully normal men need to try and be the right example, call this out whenever we see it. Definitely beyond the mere backlash. It's horrific. More education needed, better role models, and if not, start volleying them all over the fucking place. Horrible little bastards. It's toxic. And not in the Britney Spears way. Anyway, I am absolutely exhausted. Proper exhausted. Shattered. With a capital shat. Maybe not with a capital shat. Capital F. Knackered. So have you brought your dancing shoes? Have you? Have you really? Have you? Have you got your dancing shoes on? Come on. All countries that have been having a rightward authoritarian shift in the last 20 years are validating the traditional masculinity. Yes, so we need to fight back against it, man. Oh, Renee, there you go, look at that. Look at that, you've reached level 10.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
It is there. Don't be a stranger. Luckily there are lots of great men out there. Hopefully, Jean-Gier's crossed. Right, come on, dancing shoes, let's do this thing. We need to do this, come on.
Another great night here at the Paris Pause. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat, told the odd joke. Now get in our hot tub for a post-stream soak.
And that's that.
Hoo-yah!